Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and a wonderful good evening to every one of you. I should probably actually look at my camera and not myself when I speak to the audience. We are here with Scion 2nd edition, most generously provided by Onyx Path Publishing for us to take a look at and play and share our thoughts with you fine folks. While I start the jukebox, would you fine folks like to introduce the people to your characters?
Well, who's first? Oh, I guess I'm second in line. I'm next to yours on the display. Well, my character is Khan Kapoor. I am a Scion of Shiva, but at this level of Scion, I don't think I know who my divine heritage is. But other than that, I am a character born into the royalty of Bollywood. So I am a trained actor in Bollywood. I do all my own stunts in action movies, but I've recently migrated to the U.S. in order to try to expand my fame and legacy, and I've been doing modeling in New York.
So it actually depends on what kind of Scion you are. There are some Scions that are raised from birth knowing what their heritage is, and they basically live in these communes, or they go to like these super cool Harry Potter schools where they learn how to do Percy Jackson stuff. There are some Scions that grow up in these weird like other realms where the old ways are still kept alive and people still live like they did in Athens, Greece in like 600 BC. So it depends entirely. Tsumi, hello, good evening and welcome. Thank you for being here.
Was it always Tsumi?
Yes.
No.
We just
different.
Well, we refer to them as Sumi for short, but it was Tsumi, I promise. George Kamizawa, tell us about yourself.
What is there to know? I'm a...
Oh, by the way, Sumi, I did rebalance the audio from our last stream, so if anything's off, if anybody's too loud, if I'm too quiet, let me know, please.
If anything is too bad, we will make our quality control person commit seppuku.
No! I'm sorry, I've been watching time on the movie too. It's a sniper. It was a sniper in the military. Still am it's called hunter for the time being. But I'm also a speedrunner in certain games. And
wait, so you like speedrun like Sniper Elite?
That's one of the one I got my footing in. Yeah, a false following on Twitch. Looks like we do.
False following?
A small following, yeah.
Oh, I like what I heard going.
The second of Adam's characters to make their living off of Twitch.
Well, no, the first one made their living off of Patreon, technically.
Oh, there we go.
And my free cams, allegedly. Hello, Anai!
And I have maxed out Bushido its culture, so that's something.
So cool.
Adam, you have problems.
But are they solutions?
No,
Someday
problems
being
are
a
a
weak will be
solution.
recognized by the APA.
They're not AA meetings problems yet. Right.
Huge YouTubers.
Yeah, huge word, yeah.
Sumi, you are awesome. We deeply appreciate it. Sumi just pledged $5 on Patreon. You know what? We got to start at the beginning of all our streams. We got to start shouting out our patrons. Next time, guys, I will remember this. You guys are amazing. And you deserve more recognition.
And if he forgets, Adam will commit seppuku.
No.
I mean, we know he's got the collection of swords on the wall.
I'll just come in with the Dragon Balls, right?
Yeah,
yes,
sure, Adam.
That's what we'll use our wish on.
A million, become famous, more famous on YouTube, or revive Adam.
It's a Patreon goal. Do you miss Carlo Martino's mouth adventures? $1,000 a month. Pay up.
Is that gonna be Adam's fucking nickname, the mouth?
Adam the Mouth Martinez.
So every time we play, they came from beneath the sea, which I do have character creation rules for. You have to play the mouth. Xavier, James, Wesley, Irving. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, I decided to go whole hog on this fucker and play a werewolf cowboy.
Which I believe you had some difficulty finding pictures to represent your character, right?
Yeah, that was I either got
You get some unusual search results when you type in werewolf cowboy onto Google search.
I get furry OCs and erotica, which I don't know what I was expecting. But yeah,
You should have been expecting that.
I should have expected that. You're absolutely right. Maybe we'll discuss it sometime in the future of Anti-Literature Club. And you know, there's not much to say. He's a modern day cowboy. He's gonna go Rudy Tooty shoot up New York. We'll see how this turns out.
You are also currently working as a bounty hunter, yes?
Yes.
All right, Tom. Please elaborate on this glorious gift you have given our viewers.
Oh, well, I'm just being Randy Sensei. Just a regular old guy who works at Taco Bell.
Full name Randall Sanchez.
Learn martial arts by watching VHS tapes.
Just trying to pay off my ATV. Because I can't. Because the damn state took away my license.
There's Yusuf.
Yusuf! How's it going, buddy?
I don't know what the fuck those emotes are supposed to mean.
If you scroll over them, it says Capo Wealth. Oh my dog, and then Capo Wealth. I don't know what that means though. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I don't know what they're supposed to represent together like that.
I do hope Russell shows up. I know Russell's a big fan of Scion. Russell, if you're watching us on YouTube, we miss you.
Tag them in Discord.
Randy Sensei's a sign of Majid. But he doesn't know that yet. Oh, I need to turn the light back up.
You don't even know if it's your mother or your father.
Or your uncle.
No, Adam, that's not how that works. Randy Sensei learned how to do martial arts by old VHS fucking movies. Not like movies professionally produced. I mean, like, they were literally like the call-in ones you get when you see an ad for martial arts. And now he makes them himself.
So, did Randy Sensei ever latch onto the Taibo craze, or did that one was that like too amateurish for him?
I don't know what Taibo is.
You remember Taibo?
No, I don't recall that.
It was like the cardio exercise for like stay-at-home moms that was based off of martial arts. Like basically Taibo kickboxing is what they called it. It was basically aerobics with pseudo martial arts moves incorporated.
Yeah,
It was somewhat barely mischaracterized creations. If you look at the picture of Tom's character, you get everything you need to know about Randy Sensei.
Real quick, to recap, Khan Kapoor, a Bollywood royalty superstar turned crossover modeling / B-list actor looking to take America by storm. George Kamizawa, military sniper turned video game speedrunner. James Wesley Irving, modern day cowboy / werewolf / bounty hunter. Randy Sensei,
cowboy werewolf.
Is Chaz on silent?
Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh. Okay.
I was like, yeah, nobody's been able to hear Chaz's
Okay.
They said it was on their side.
Don't tell me that. You guys will give me a heart attack. By the way, again, if any of the audio goes wacky, let me know, because I had to, when I was fixing they came from beneath the sea stuff, that was a little bit of a dumpster fire. So if I'm too low, if they're too loud, anything, tell me, please. Randy Sensei is a VHS martial artist, and you're also, I believe, a skunk weed dealer in your trailer park, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You cop? You want to buy?
The cops are like, I can imagine like the cops don't. You doesn't think the cops are working right now because the government shut down?
The cops aren't. We're playing during the government shutdown, guys.
Yeah.
So If anything happens, you're just like, why did they get away with that?
All right.
Dream.
In this game, in this world, the world of Scion, myth and legend are not just a very powerful force, but a very tangible force. And fate itself will often weave events together to create the most epic story, or to just reenact things from the past. And as it so often does, fate has bound these Scions together through its unknowable ways. For instance, George Kamizawa and Randy Sensei are both romantic rivals for the same Asian BBW Instagram model, Amy Fa, who Khan Kapoor is currently doing a photo shoot with, hoping to get his face on a billboard in Times Square. Khan, you recently brought over one of your childhood friends from India, one Padak Parthaban, who had gotten a little too into the New York party scene. And you had hired James Wesley Irving to track him down before the law does, because once, in a drug-fueled bender, he killed someone in a hit and run and fled. God damn my... Oh, I hope... Nope. Discord is absolutely picking that up. Oh well, I get notifications sometimes. Gonna have to figure out how to fix that. Anyway, James Wesley Irving served in the military with George Kamizawa when James was an Army Ranger. And Randy Sensei is his second cousin on his mother's side, twice removed.
Good morning, Vest.
Vasil! I'm sorry, second cousin on his adopted father's side.
Yeah.
We begin this tale, where all good tales start, with Randy Sensei.
I thought it started at the foot.
I was gonna say a steak and shake.
Randy Sensei, it is the middle of afternoon on a cold winter day at your trailer park, just outside the main hustle and bustle of the city of New York. A light snowfall frosts the ground, reflecting the shy sunlight when it manages to peek through the overcast above you. What is Randy Sensei doing at this moment?
What is Randy Sensei doing at this hour?
Does he
Masturbating.
think he's about to take a sip out of the bottle of malt liquor he left out last night, but it turned out to be his dip spit bottle?
Yeah.
That's fucking gross.
That is fucking gross.
Chris 313 all night, welcome, hello, and to you as well, Nelly. We didn't forget about you. Thank you for being here.
Neli Furtado?
Neli Kalova. Randy Sensei, as you begin to take a swig from your dip bottle, and you begin to realize... yes, so Onyx Path themselves, Onyx Path Publishing, actually sent us Scion to take a look at and, share our thoughts with and play for our audience. So we are doing that, and we're super excited about it. This is pretty cool. As you take a swig from your dip bottle and realize it is not indeed the Mountain Dew you refilled it with, there's a knock at your door.
I'll go open it.
On the other side of the threshold is a meek, scrawny man that seems to be devoured by his off-the-rack suit, one size too large for him. And you can see he looks around paranoid. He doesn't look terribly old, maybe early 30s, but his hair has already begun to recede back to the middle of his head, and he's got this wiry little mustache. And as he glances furtively to and fro, he says, excuse me there, sir. I was hoping you could help me find someone by the name of Mary Jane. I'm a little worried because she's a little green. Could you help me find Mary Jane?
Now you know, because you read Spider-Man comics.
Is Mary Jane be dead?
I mean, I know Mary Beth. She's over in that trailer over there.
Wait, what? You're Mr. You're Mr. Sensei, right?
Dr. Sensei to you?
I'm
That's
called
Mr. Dr. Sensei.
I'm called Randy Sensei. That's correct.
Yeah, this is the place you're selling weed, right?
I like to
asking?
imagine you're looking at him through a screen door, just kind of leaning on it in your boxers and like your leather vest, and that's it. No, not boxers, tidy whities. My bad.
Yeah, he absolutely is. I tell you what he's got.
He's got the combat dukes on a mannequin like the bat suit.
No, they're hanging up. They're like on a fucking clothesline, but he doesn't have a clothesline outside. It's still in his trailer.
Yeah, so nobody steals his sweet combat dukes.
Yeah.
But you never watches them?
Fucking David next door. Swear to God. It's been siphoning my gas.
That man is a cop.
What do you do, Randy?
I said, who's asking?
And again, he glances back and forth. And he says, well, truth be told, I ain't exactly here to buy. I was sent here with a free
Well, if you
sample.
ain't here to buy, then I ain't here to talk. And I close the door on him. I go back to watch my TV.
There's a knock at your door again.
I open it.
He pulls out
Huh?
this
Revolver.
poorly wrapped brown package. Free sample. The stuff sells itself. $50 a bag. You interested?
No, I don't know what kind of person you think I am. But I don't touch the hot stuff. That's for David next door. And I close the door on him again.
I don't touch hot stuff unless the word pocket follows it.
Okay. If you change your mind. And you hear an engine gun as a car recedes into the distance. Possibly Huh?
If I change my mind, he just leaves.
Yeah, basically. Glenn Couch, how's it going, Glenn? Congratulations on your t-shirt.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
congratulations on the sweet T-shirt
X wants to fight you.
I do.
in a game.
No.
Unless you want to box him for real.
Glenn Couch, I challenge you.
To a duel. You.
All right, Josh.
Oh boy.
At this moment, Khan Kapoor is in his dressing room preparing for the photo shoot with Amy Fa for a lovely new designer fragrance called Odeur. Now, the marketing department for Odeur has gone above and beyond, and this could be your moment to see yourself looking down on all the little people about to worship you as they mill about and through Times Square. What do you do right now as you prepare for the photo shoot?
I'm probably just kind of... They're trying to put makeup on me and I'm just kind of brushing them away and like, do not mess with perfection. And I kind of look at Amy Fa and I'm like, so what is it you do again?
Instagram. I've got a little bit of sponsorships here and there. Have you heard about
I thought Instagram was that thing you do to show off, not business.
Social media is the future. Everybody's on Instagram these days.
I have people to do that for me. What were you about to say?
Oh, have you heard about the photographer they got for this? I hear he's the best.
He better be. I don't want to be wasting my time.
As they finish the makeup, you are led onto basically a rooftop scene where they have set up the the standard accoutrements of photography. You have your lights, you have the reflectors, you have the this very lovely New York skyline behind you. The door to the rooftop access opens, and in walks, or I should say upon walks, the most colorful man you have ever seen in more ways than one. He wears a very neatly pressed, immaculate purple shirt, rainbow suspenders, a spotless pair of white trousers, and perfectly coiffed royal blue hair. Yes! Hello, everyone! Where's my camera? Where's my stars? We must get this going! He walks up to you. Oh, hello. I see you two are the, yes, the people of the moment. Khan Kapoor?
Yes, and I believe I am the man of every moment.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. I, as he extends a very, very flourished hand in your direction, I am the Sergio. Yes, the Sergio, yes, every time, for I am an individual. Now, Miss Fa, yes, hello, welcome. I'm a great fan of your work. I haven't seen too much of yours, Mr. Kapoor. I'll have to remedy that. Were you in the new Mission Impossible by any chance?
I'll say yes. Yes, I was.
Unfortunate, I have no interest in those movies. Perhaps a nice bohemian film. Anyway, before we get going, you must warm yourself to the camera. Such an intimate experience requires foreplay before we stick it in and wiggle around. Mr. Kapoor, if you will, please.
He's asking you to whip out your dick.
And he will gesture to the center of the roof as he readies himself with his camera. No tripod, he just sort of balances it on an arm like a weapon, and you're not entirely certain it's stable. Favorite Chaz character ever. Okay, I'm doing pretty well.
Well, I'm gonna sort of strut towards the where he's designated me to go, and then as I'm about to enter the camera's angle, I'm gonna kind of do like a not like a backflip, but like a spin kick into the frame of the camera.
Ooh,
and kind of strike a JoJo pose at the end.
I like it. Why don't you give me a role that you think would best exemplify that? What's really good for showing off? Maybe like a performance agility? Maybe a performance...
I was going to say I have presence athletics, if that makes sense.
Sounds good. Make it happen.
Oh, boy.
Presence firearms, please?
That would be 1, 2, 3... Yep, 4 successes.
4 successes.
Which would be, I don't know, you said 10s explode, right?
Yes, the macro in Roll20 should do that automatically, and by the way, I have to figure out how to silence that fucker.
I don't think it did. I got an 8, 9, and 2 10s, and it says I got 4 successes. So I should get 2 more dice, right?
One second, I'll check it in 1 second. Enable background chat beep, there we go. You got 12 dice. So,
I did?
Yeah.
Okay, so it factored in the extra 2 and I didn't get any extra successes. Okay, I get it. So yeah, it's 4 successes.
So yeah, the macro will automatically re-roll your exploding 10s. And
okay. I see how it did now.
Alright. Yes, Mr. Kapoor! Perfect! Exotic. Yes. Now, the same thing, but this time, I want you to pretend that you are a dandelion seed upon the wind. Float, Mr. Kapoor, float. There is no judgment up here. Judgment is down below you, with all the pine cones and the nasty dog poo. Yes, show me, Mr. Kapoor, do it. Be there. Be there. This is reality. You are creating reality. You are the father of reality right now, Mr. Kapoor. Spank reality. It has been bad. It has been bad. All right. Yes. Now, you are a new family's first kitten. You have not met any other animals yet, so you still think you are the lion, you are the king of the pride. The savage jungle still beats in your heart, Mr. Kapoor. Yes, it beats like a thunderous drum, but you are still afraid of cucumbers and loud noises. Go, Mr. Kapoor! Be there! Do it!
Do it.
I'm gonna kind of grab Amy Fa and just kind of do that, what do you call it? It's a dancing move, but it's also, I'm thinking of like an ice skating where you pick him up and you hold him over your head.
Oh,
Okay.
Can you hold her up though? It's pretty thick.
I didn't want to say that, but
Hey man, I don't know where your stats are.
okay. Why don't you give me a strength athletics, and you got 4 successes?
Last time, yes.
Let's call that an enhancement 2 on this roll. So if you get any successes at all, it's going to add another automatic 2.
Oh, and so it's like a free +2? Well, it's another 2 successes?
You have to get a natural success on the dice first. If you
Okay.
manage that, then yes.
Okay. So I believe that is 4 successes again.
4
After the
successes.
+2.
All right. Talk to me. Tell me what this looks like. Show me.
You can see the tiger.
Oh,
Take
what
me
does
there.
it? Yes, it's like a tiger holding a lamb up in its claws.
All right. So you
It's like I'm offering her to the bountiful sky gods.
You lift her up, and as you do that, the clouds part, and there's this lovely shaft of sunlight that descends, illuminating both of you in this wondrous golden glow that is only amplified by the bountiful snowfall around you. You are lit like bodies of living quicksilver catching a light. And the camera snaps furiously. And at this point, I would like you to give me a composure awareness. I need to keep an extra character sheet with me so I know what the actual stats are in this game.
I don't think there's really like an awareness kind of stat in this one.
You're right, that's B5.
Yeah. I mean, there's empathy. Kind of like an awareness.
Oh, damn it. Somebody followed us on Twitch and our alert box isn't working. Thank you, Ian Van Peacock.
Ian!
Oh yeah, I told him about us.
Oh, dope.
So what am I rolling? Composure, integrity, leadership?
I will tell you in just a second. Come to me, character sheet. Yes.
As I'm kind of holding Amy Fa over my head, I'm like, can you see it, the Sergio? I can already see the advertisement. Take her beyond. As I say, as I kind of like pull her in and do like one of those kind of romantic poses you see in a lot of those kind of cologne advertisements.
Let's call it a composure integrity.
All right, I got quite a few dice for that. 2 successes.
2 successes. As you pull Amy Fa in, you're a little distracted as you're speaking to the Sergio. However, you can see Amy's face like contort in this visage of horror as she looks into the distance. What the fuck is that? And she pushes and pulls you away. And she points, and you can see that there's somebody on an adjacent rooftop holding what looks like a hunting rifle. And she says, my contract says you're supposed to keep these fucking weirdos away from me. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna be here right now. This asshole's been following me around with a gun. And she starts storming off the rooftop. The contract, madam. The art. And the Sergio falls crestfallen to his knees as Amy... Yusuf, thank you. Was that Yusuf or was that Ian? I fucked up.
Chatsworth, take my energy.
No, we got a pop up on the alert box, so it is working. Maybe that was Ian. Either way, thank you. You see the Sergio sort of falls crestfallen to his knees, his mouth agape. It looks as though something Something primal within him has been severed.
Is there a rock on this, on top of this roof?
A rock on top of the roof.
Or like a piece of gravel? You know, like sometimes people put like the gravel on top of the roof. Basically anything I can pick up and throw really hard.
Why don't
That's
you,
palm-sized.
why don't you give me a percentile roll?
Percentile, okay.
Now they are doing a professional photo shoot on this roof, so there's a good chance they probably like cleaned it completely. However, things happen. People get lazy.
Grab the Sergio's camera and throw it. I mean, I might have to.
What, a bottle or something? Yeah.
What is again? Is it /R1D100?
Yes, or it might be /roll 1D100. I'll make a macro for it when I get a chance.
I got a 69.
69.
That should be an immediate success.
Critical success.
There is no immediate piece of detritus to hand. You could throw a camera or a piece of professional equipment.
Do it.
That
Your family can afford it.
I'm going to grab one of the soft light boxes. I'm just going to kind of pull off the actual soft light attachment so that all I'm left is with a stand like a spear. I'm going to just kind of grab it and just throw it just medieval style.
Yes, Khan Kapoor. This is highly illegal, but I love the energy. So here's what I'd like you to do. Mr. Khan Kapoor, you are going to give me well, it's okay, so the rules are a little unclear. I believe what I'm supposed to do, like, I choose an arena and you choose an approach. So by arena, I mean mental, physical, social. By the way, I can't figure out what's causing that fucking flickering on my camera. I see it too, audience. Believe me, I see it too. I'm working on troubleshooting it. I don't know where to start. So I'm going to say your arena is physical. You can choose your approach, whether you believe it's might, dexterity, or stamina.
Oh, I'm going with might then. This is pure power that I'm kind of going with.
Okay, so I would like you to roll for me a might athletics.
Oh boy.
Canton. Hello, Canton.
Does this count as me doing my own stunts?
Is that your specialty?
Yes.
So the specialty in Scion is a little weird. I don't think it actually applies to that role. It applies as an enhancement in like that area of expertise.
Okay, so I guess if I'm doing that, is it just like a +2 if I get a success kind of thing? Or do you get to pick like the plus I get?
I think it's just the straight roll. I'll double check on that for you because there's a couple of pieces I need to reread in the Scion. The rules are not terribly clear in a lot of places, unfortunately. So just go ahead and give me the straight might athletics roll.
2. 6s aren't successes in this one, I'm assuming?
Nope, it's 8 and up. Now, I think when you actually hit demigod level, not hero, but demigod, you can start succeeding on a 7. But right now, since you're mortals plus, you're looking at 8 and up.
Okay, 2 successes. I was like, it seems I should be getting more, but okay, if it's at 8 or above, okay.
2 successes. George Kamizawa, please roll your defense pool.
Please kill Adam's character immediately.
Just through the throat.
So your defense pool is your highest resistance trait. So either your stamina, your resolve, or your composure, whatever's highest, you're gonna roll that. And you're looking for 8 and up. Your 10s explode.
Okay.
Dixie Cyanide, how's it going, Dixie? If I could be perfectly honest with you, by the way, everyone, Dixie Cyanide is the lead developer of Chronicles of Darkness, Exalted. Do you do Scion as well, Dixie? I don't have your resume memorized. I'm sorry, but yes, Dixie of Onyx Path Publishing is here with us. Yes, if I'm being perfectly honest, Dixie, there's a couple areas where, honestly, I had to reread it a couple times, and I'm still not sure I understand it perfectly. The combat section is a little murky for me. The applying damage section is a little murky. It's not technically rules, but I feel like the setting information in Chapter 1 could have been a little more concise. Bosku! Hello, Bosku. Welcome.
Yeah, what success, no chance.
You have 1 success.
Okay.
Chris313 all night, thank you very much for coming, friend. You'll see the rest on YouTube soon.
Oh boy, I have Chris's blessing on this one. So
Well, you hit. So, if I understand damage correctly, what you're gonna do, George, is you actually get to decide how badly your character gets injured. You can decide if this will bruise you, if this will injure you, or if this will maim you. And you will fill in 1 health level, and you'll get a condition as well.
Well, why would you choose anything besides bruised, though?
What now?
Why would you choose anything besides bruised? Like, what's the downside to not choosing bruised?
I don't know.
I mean, so again, yeah. See, because remember how the other character sheets had pluses,
Yeah.
right?
So I guess stronger when I get more injured, right? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know with first aid, if you have any health levels of a lesser severity open, you can downgrade wounds that way. However, whether you take the lesser wound or downgrade it later doesn't really matter mechanically. I was also thinking maybe you might choose a higher severity so you don't fill in all your health levels and thus take the penalty for it, but I believe the penalties are tied to a like each individual little health box instead of the health category itself. So I mean, stuff like knives and bullets are not going to bruise you. For that, you have to take either injured or maimed. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know why you would decide to take a higher severity over a lesser one. So we can just say
when
that
you take out both you're injured and then you get shot and it's only bruised.
Well, if you take bruised, I have a funny way we can resolve this. What if I threw the what do you call it, the light stand right through the rifle scope and just plucked him in the eye and gave him a black eye?
Okay, you know what? That's actually a condition. So I will allow that.
But what if I should have shot it down, though? Like,
Oh, the counter.
like, phew, just like, nah.
Then you're escalating, Adam.
Just as 2 normal people looking at this see this and be like, huh, those people might be Scions.
All right, Adam, so what you're going to do is check off one of your bruised health levels. And I'm going to give you the condition because in Scion, and to my knowledge, Story Path in general, it's not really the health levels you're terribly worried about. It's the condition. And that line between where it says bruised and the actual box, that's where you're going to write your condition.
Black eye?
Yes, you're going to write down black eye. Black eye adds +1 difficulty to all ranged attack rolls.
Yeah, Yusuf getting called out. Who did you make cry? You jerk?
Just as the Scion of Shiva just throws a spear into the eye of the Scion of Hachiman, the god of archery.
And then a Pantheon war breaks out.
Japan versus India.
Well, in the eyes of George Kamizawa, I believe I'm his Piccolo right now.
Dodge!
Or possibly his Vegeta.
Oh man, if we wanted to make a Saiyan.
I think we need to be playing Exalted then.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Then we wait for Exalted to play Saiyans.
Get some Broly.
What a good movie.
All right, so George Kamizawa, The object of your very creepy affection has left the rooftop. A very, very expensive military-grade rifle scope has been destroyed. You're injured. You have a black eye. And Khan Kapoor is very angry at you on the other rooftop. What would you like to do at this point?
Good question. I was thinking, you should have a warning shot, but I can't really see without my scope.
You're a
Yusuf,
Scion, Adam.
Yusuf, do you remember what they looked like? Because we could probably tell from that. God, I am sorry. That flickering bothers the hell out of me. I don't know how to fix it.
It's called a cut for
Man, if you fire a warning shot at me, though, in New York in modern day, that'd be a pretty big deal.
Get the government shut down.
Yeah. It's fine. It's just fire.
Total lawlessness. New York is actually right now escaped from New York due to the government shutdown. Of course.
Just a lawless wasteland. Much like post-Katrina New Orleans.
Yeah, but that's actually true to an extent.
I'll just it's called parkour off the rooftop.
You're gonna park? What?
Hang on. It's
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
backstory. I do think that's one of your paths, right?
It's
Okay.
it's like speed running, yeah, and then also it's a level 3 of athletics.
Okay.
The
So
parkour.
I tell you what. This is a very interesting time to explore one of the mechanics, if you are so inclined. You can tap your path, basically, and decide that you're going to twist fate. So what this does is you can say that you're activating your path of speed running. You're going to get +2 dice to the action to overcome the gap, and any additional successes you can spend 1 per to either add or subtract something from the scene.
Adam, put a bale of hay.
Oh man.
Do
I
it.
played the head of the belly head fellow.
You want to try it?
But it might be like a sakura blossoms.
God damn it.
Got
There's a
him.
pile of sakura blossoms.
For me to jump into from the top of this rooftop.
Well, no. He summons the sakura blossoms, but not below him. They trail off him so he looks beautiful as he falls, and then immediately dies.
I was gonna say, somebody had a wheelbarrow full of sakura blossoms for a wedding photo shoot or something.
On the same fucking rooftop, oddly enough.
Or no, better yet, they're taking it to a wedding. And so there's just a dump truck full of them.
No
Yeah.
problem, Tsumi.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for coming so much. We always appreciate you having you here. It'll be on YouTube hopefully Friday, assuming no technical snafus that I gotta fix.
Goodbye.
All right. So would you like to activate your path, George?
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna give me. Let's see. Your arena is definitely physical. What's your approach?
So with dexterity.
Okay, so you're going with finesse. So you're going to give me dexterity athletics. I'm going to say it's a diff 3 to parkour across the rooftop, and you get +2 dice on this roll. Any additional successes you get, well, we're going to have some fun with that.
8 die.
Oh man, come on, eat shit.
Eat sakura blossoms.
By the way-
Diff 3?
Yeah. Well, you're looking for 8s on your dice, but you need 3 successes. By the way, Dixie, thanks for coming out. It's a pleasure to finally have you on one of these.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Though slightly humbled. Also, I'm worried.
I know. It's like whenever anybody important's eyes are on us, we're like,
Well, I got 1 success.
1 success.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Total?
I got 9, 2, 8, 3, 5, 1, 2,
Okay.
5.
1s
Yeah.
do not subtract for successes in story path.
Okay.
But that's
Oh,
still...
paying attention.
Yeah,
However-
yeah, too.
You still did not do the thing.
You still eat shit.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. Here's what happens.
I come into Puku.
Whenever anybody fails a roll, you guys everybody gets momentum. It's a communal thing, so it's all the same pool. Everybody, please fill in 1 box of momentum. This works kind of like rewrites in They Came From Beneath the Sea. They're not quite as powerful.
Well, I guess we're gonna spend it now.
To have Adam eat shit?
So everybody gets a point of momentum, and Adam is now plummeting from a New York City skyscraper as he just
Cool.
leaps.
Okay, who are we moving on to?
Like to imagine you know how they have those staircases that go zigzag down the side of the buildings?
Yeah.
The fire escape?
Yeah, he just tries to parkour onto one of them and just hits himself in the stomach on the first side railing.
What a fucking champion.
Well, while George is plummeting, we're gonna go to James Wesley Irving. Oh, by the way, Dixie, if you don't mind me asking, how's Victorian Mage coming along? Because we're actually looking forward to that quite a bit.
Ooh.
So we can get away with a whole lot of things.
Well, I mean,
what is this? Science!
I swear it's all science.
James, you're on the job at the moment. Rustling a few grapevines, probing a few contacts in the seedier elements of the city, knowing a guy who knows a guy, talking to a couple drug dealers. You think that you have managed to track Poddock to this seedy little motel room just off of the interstate. You don't have a room number yet, but you're fairly certain he's here, and there's something roiling in the pit of your gut. That animalistic instinct, that urge. You've got the scent, you've got the taste of blood, and your instincts just tell you you're right about this. What is your method of transportation?
Motorcycle or
A
horse.
motorcycle with a horse motif.
Dixie, that would be so amazing. We need to, yes, all of that, all the time. We got to work this out on email. I will try not to fanboy too much. Yes, professional.
Just like
Professional fanboy.
professional fanboy. I
yes,
am
it's
the
Yuka
president
Midoriya.
of the fan club.
All right, a motorcycle with a horse motif. I like it. I actually had a little toy motorcycle like that when I was a kid, and I used to love it. So you have reminded me of good things, Xavier. You've done a
You
good
get
thing.
one momentum for reminding the story path man of his childhood.
And minus one for reminding him that it was taken away.
You roll into the parking lot of the seedy motel, and the stink of lechery and desperation seems to hang about this place like a miasma.
Oh, you're in a
I
brook.
smell trouble.
The paint
And make it double.
The paint that used to be white, but is now a sickly off yellow, hangs in curls from the walls. The roof is missing shingles, and what might have at one point been a very lovely reddish brown has just sort of decayed through the weather and exposure and car smog and soot into just this ill-kempt, ruddy orange-ish. The cars in the parking lot, what few there are, span the gamut from relatively good condition used models a couple of year old to beaten clunkers literally held together through duct tape.
And bubblegum. Like that one episode of Pimp My Ride.
Oh my god. Alright, do I have anything to help me find this?
Just bring that in with those 2005 MTV references.
Yay.
MTV. Oh. guess I'm gonna start sniffing around.
Because you're a dog.
The big bad dog.
Yeah, I do have to ask, is that literal?
No, I don't think I actually took that.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think you get full-blown werewolf powers until the hero level.
No, but you can still choose the next.
Right.
One of them.
That's right. I forgot to ask at the beginning of the session, what knack does everyone have active at the moment? Because at origin level, you can only have one.
I have right now Master of Weapon.
I'll go with Aura of Greatness.
I'll go with Lie
But
Detector.
I guess right now I'll switch to Keen-Eyed Predator.
Yeah, somebody's watching me.
Several people are watching you.
Yeah, somebody's watching. Yeah, but that's
About
my
14 to
name.
be exact.
Watching me.
Now that one, that's fairly magnanimous. That means Hachiman is literally staring at you right now, right?
Like, this is my son. He's falling to his death.
This is my son, the
Wow.
one falling right now.
Look at my son dancing with death, jumping off of that building. What a
Sweat.
hero!
What a Japanese man to have said that.
It's like at that moment, he's like, Amaterasu, I want to show you one of my promises. Ba-doom, ba-doom. Chill.
All right, what are you gonna do, James?
I'm gonna look for this this man. Is there any way I was able to easily identify him?
Only the description that Khan would have given you when he hired you originally. So what do you think Padak looks like?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yes.
It's in my batch.
Probably like a young, thin, short hair, well dressed usually. Has like a bit of a lanky party vibe to him. I probably would have given him a picture of him and I at a party at a nightclub or something.
Okay. So
He's not big, muscular, and handsome as a Khan Kapoor though.
Few people are.
Well,
Alright.
I'm the action actor. He's the friend I've had since childhood who just kind of rode along on my coattails kind of thing.
The Luigi.
the hopelessly drug addicted Luigi.
Yeah, that was one hell of a turn they took for that live action Mario adaptation back in the 90s.
You're Luigi.
Actually, I think the guy that played the live action Mario in the 80s, not Bob Haskins, but the TV show one, I think he actually did have like a coke problem or something.
It was the 80s. That just came with being an actor on children's television.
Yep.
I thought it was just being an actor.
It was just the 80s.
Wow, we
Three
got more
levels
and
of
more
humor.
broad.
Yeah.
It was a strange tie-in then. Alright, so. How do I go about looking for this guy?
Good night, Anai. Thanks for being here.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, Vasil, I did that deliberately. I thought Doomed Extras was rather genre appropriate and kind of funny and on brand, but this time I wanted to be a little nicer to you guys because we appreciate you.
Now you won't die. I know what Keen-Eyed Predator does.
It does things related to game mechanics, strangely enough.
You enter a field, which I'm assuming is a scene. You extend your senses and determine what might await you. Ask one question from the following list for free. You may roll your knack skill and spend one success per additional question. What's my knack skill?
Okay, let's do it.
What is the knack skill?
What a fantastic fucking question.
Usually you pick one. Like for War of Greatness, I picked Persuasion.
Oh, okay, so it's obviously going to be survival.
Okay.
And I just roll a skill flat, or do I add an attribute?
You're gonna add an attribute. So
Okay.
I guess we can call that a composure or a resolve. I think resolve is a little bit better in this scenario, considering you are actively hunting.
Resolve survival. Alright. I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay,
So I get 1 for free, and then I get to ask 2 more?
sure.
Yeah. You must answer these questions honestly. Well, I guess as honestly as you can make it, you're good.
You can't lie to us, story path man.
What might await you? How many hostile enemies are there?
How many hostile enemies? Okay. So, you take a moment, you breathe deeply. Something primal in you connects to something larger than yourself. Something your mother told you she heard from her grandmother. But for a second, you can just sort of feel yourself a part of everything, a part of every tree, a part of every blade of grass. The tweet of every bird exists within you. You are every lapping of the waves, every breeze that pushes every cloud. You breathe in. You breathe out. You feel at peace. You don't really have your hackles up. You don't really think you're in any danger here. Now, this isn't exactly a happy place. There's some anger. Maybe some violence has occurred here. Definitely some hearts broken. But you yourself don't believe to be at the center of any of that.
Okay. Where's the safest way in?
The safest way in? That's an easy one. Probably the office. There's always a central office. I won't even count that as one of your questions.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean, I'm outside.
There's 2 questions.
Mask of the Mythos coming soon for Scion 2nd Edition. See, Dixie, we're useful. You should give us more stuff.
Okay. Give us all your stuff. we will suckle upon the teats. Unless, Adam, do you have a more colorful description?
Unless, Adam, yeah, are you going to suckle upon something else?
That's a good description. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Or
maybe the teat is enlarged in some way.
the milkshake.
I was gonna say if it was White Wolf, I would have said it's like Romulus and Remus suckling at the teat of a wolf, but no, we're kind of just sucking on a rock.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go to the office.
Okay. You still have 2 more questions. Do you want to hold those in check for a little while?
Well, ask her, who or what is the biggest threat?
Who or what is the biggest threat? Adam, can you your camera a little bit?
Yeah.
Adam is the greatest threat.
You know.
Does James Wesley Irving count as a threat?
I mean, yeah, I guess I do.
You are the biggest threat in here.
You know what? Okay, I'll give you 2 options. So like I said, there is, maybe some violence, some shady dealings have taken hold. There's something going on in that corner motel room. You're not sure what it is, but seems bad. Maybe some kind of illegal activity. Again, not directed at you. Your instincts don't lead you that way, but you think there's probably some bad dudes in there, maybe. But yes, at the same time, you are the baddest motherfucker in the motel right now.
Oh, you got to go in there like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
No.
Shoot some people.
It is
I
super
know.
cool that you guys got Chris Spivey for that. I haven't read Harlem Unbound. I've wanted to. Unfortunately, we don't get to play as much Call of Cthulhu as I would like, because we have the superior World of Darkness. But, no, I've heard fantastic things about that, and the fact that you got that guy is pretty great.
I'm gonna go to the office.
With how Chaz described the setting, asbestos seems like the greatest threat. Well, see, he's already poisoned, so... Alright, you're going to the office.
I have lycanthropy. I can't get sicker.
You're good. Alright.
Go in the office and eat the office manager's hamburger.
Or chicken.
You go into the office, and immediately you are assaulted with the smell of stale cigarettes. The droning buzz of a faulty halogen lamp somewhere above your head as it flickers and fights for its life. Behind the desk that looks like it was maybe in fashion 40, 50 years ago, and an ancient computer that you're surprised runs on anything more current than gerbils and egg timers, sits a very bored-looking, we'll say maybe late teens, early 20s young man who maybe got roped into this as a summer job. He sits
Rip
there.
off his nuts.
Different character.
Yeah, hold on. We'll see how this escalates.
Harlem Unbound 2 is coming out soon. I will try to pick it up, because I think it will be neat. Yeah, he just sort of sits there listlessly, staring at his phone.
Is there like a service bell?
Yes.
I will ring it.
He sort of like looks up at you. Yeah?
Well, what time of day is it?
Mid-afternoon.
It's high noon.
It's high.
It's
I was
on
waiting
here
for
somewhere.
I've been waiting for that all night.
God damn it.
I
It's on
assume
here somewhere.
that's just his alarm clock.
It goes off at
It's like
midnight every day.
It's noon. It's like, no, it's like 4 o'clock. It's like, oh, well, it's noon somewhere. Wait, what time of day was it?
It's about mid-afternoon.
All right. It's like, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, I don't like to assume. I'll take up the picture. Have you seen this man?
Yeah?
Hey, you just said you didn't like to assume.
I'm pretty sure Khan told me. You know where he is?
I'm sorry, sir. We're not allowed to give out that information.
Rip off his nuts. I tried to be nice.
I've been killing innocent folk.
I think my favorite rip something off of him is always going to be Buyer Cash ripping off half a man's mustache.
Is it half the mustache? The whole mustache.
You grab the little twirly mustache and then he just ripped off half of it.
That guy
leaving,
was
like,
a
the little
show.
pink skin underneath.
He didn't fear me at first. I think that changed.
I was like, young man, you don't seem to understand. It's my job.
You a cop?
I'm worse.
I'm the TSA.
I'm the IRS. Here to investigate some Instagram and Snapchat.
Income.
Now,
I'm gonna have to look at your search history. Please hand over your mobile device.
I will point out, if you're a registered bounty hunter, you should have a badge. But what approach are you going to take with this?
I guess.
Man, there are plenty of people who'd be more scared of the IRS than a bounty hunter.
Okay, I got two. I could show him the badge, or I could show him the gun.
Oh man, are you gonna defuse or antagonize?
You take up the gun, and then when they start freaking out, you just kind of pull it on the counter. You're like, now where the hell is that thing? As you pull out the badge and show it to them.
Pull out the gun, pull out the knife. It's like, oh, here it is.
Well, I kept it in my boot today. I forgot.
I will show him the badge.
Okay, you're showing him the bounty hunter's badge.
This fucking kid has never seen a bounty hunter badge.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. So he sort of
I
like
like to imagine it looks like those old sheriff badges you can get in like the $5 packets for kids.
It's real.
I got it from McDonald's. Happy Meal.
So he sort of like looks incredulously at the badge, and then his eyes will flicker between your face, the badge, your face, the badge. This guy in trouble or something?
Oh, he's gonna be. Unless I find him first.
Dixie, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed your time. We will definitely arrange a game with you sometime soon because that sounds completely awesome. Yeah, thanks. We appreciate you. You have a great night.
Goodbye.
High five.
Yeah, good night and goodbye.
Oh, Josh, you will be happy to find out what the badge looks like.
Oh man.
It looks very similar, but it says Fugitive Recovery Agent.
Fugitive Recovery Agent. I like that.
Oh, wait, no. Is that real? Hang on. I'll get down to the bottom of this.
I also like to imagine you just do like the Ron Swanson thing with you just pull out a piece of paper and it says, I'm a bounty hunter, I can do what I want.
You crayon.
I'll just say, look, buddy, I'm just trying to do my job. I don't get paid hourly.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you for a roll here.
Mhm.
What sort of skill do you think best applies here? You want to try empathy? Do you want to try...
Persuasion?
Oh, persuasion is a thing. I will memorize this sheet yet. All right. So your approach is social. Or, sorry, your arena is social. What is your approach?
Power.
Okay, so you're doing a presence persuasion, so it's all right. Like, tell me what I want to know. God damn it, kid.
I'm just gonna like, fucking like, move my hand towards my gun, not in a threatening way, just like resting it on.
Okay, let's do a power persuasion roll.
Power.
I always appreciate a good King of the Hill reference to real Canton.
Oh damn it!
Because
Nobody made Dale Gribble.
Basically,
Oh, no, that's for Rick Hayes.
all it is just King of the Hill. It's 100% accurate. Just so you know. Just so you know.
Yeah, one success.
One success. I'm gonna need to talk to the manager.
Right now.
Everybody gets a point of momentum.
Oh, he failed.
He'll be here Tuesday.
I don't have till Tuesday.
And neither do you now.
No.
Look, I know what goes on here, and I'm trying to stay out of it. I'm just trying to do my job. But you're about to have a lot less business if I don't get my target.
You promise? I hate this job.
All right, be right back. I'm gonna go to the corner.
But just so you know, you killed this man.
His blood's on your head, and I'm gonna go towards the corner motel room.
You're gonna what now?
I'm gonna go towards the corner motel room.
Okay.
There was trouble.
All right, you go towards the corner motel room, and then we return to Randy Sensei. Randy Sensei, you are still alone in your trailer. What do you do now?
Whoa.
Finish rubbing one out.
with his dukes.
Who does
No,
Randy Sensei jerk it to? Like, who's his go-to fan?
We've been talking about this. It's the Instagram model.
I
Or
know.
if not,
I
like,
No, no.
I was thinking
no.
like a famous actor.
No, I think Randy Sensei is like super respectful to the ladies, and he thinks that might be disrespectful. So he probably like goes to Pornhub and finds somebody that looks kind of like her.
Okay.
Oh, and Tommy J. Cup, if you're just a little thick around the middle.
But then that would require Randy Sensei to have access to the internet, which he's legally not allowed to. So I like to imagine it's copies of old 70s and 80s Playboys and Hustlers that he inherited. Buddy.
Were you throwing in the forest?
No, he found him like in a used fucking like in between the fucking like the mattress that he bought used.
Like,
The one that when he picked up the mattress, the guy was like, "That has scabies, you know." And you were like, "There's no need to be racist, son." I guess the person's just bewildered.
Well, I imagine he already rubbed one out before whatever the fuck that guy knocked on his door was. Probably right beforehand too.
He's just like morning
He probably
wood.
didn't
Time to
stop.
work. Time to jerk it off.
I know what I'm about, boy. Don't look at me in the eye. All right. Well, let's see. Randy Sensei's gonna get some of his supply from the closet that he fucking grows it in.
Okay.
Put it in a little baggie in his fatty pack, and he's gonna ride his ATV around where he knows you can find some, buyers, basically high schoolers who don't know better.
As you head for the door, as Randy Sensei lays his hand on the doorknob, you are met with the horrific sound of warping metal just outside your door. And what sounds like some sort of explosion or a chorus of breaking wood or some sort of horrible destruction on the other side.
Well, I'm glad I threw Dave under the bus.
Yeah.
That guy's a dick. Well, I guess I'll continue opening the door.
As you open the door,
And then the screen door.
you are greeted
And
with
then the second screen door.
as you open, and then the rice paper door, because you're a serious martial artist.
Who dares interrupt my sanctum?
My dojo.
The dojo is the front yard. Well, yard in quotations.
As you exit the door, you are greeted by a most peculiar sight. Sort of in the center of the trailer park, there is this communal area with some picnic tables and one of those really cheap park grills. And in one of the trees of the
That is a
communal
peculiar sight.
in one of the trees of the communal area, there is what appears to be a moped stuck in the tree sideways, about a good 12 feet off the ground. Immediately below the tree is David from next door. He is shirtless and laying sprawled on the broken detritus of one of the picnic tables.
Wait, who? Sorry, I was laughing at Yusuf's comment.
David from next door.
That'll teach you, Dave, to be siphoning my gas. And I'll continue my way.
Okay. So Randy Sensei's just off to go sell weed to high schoolers or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't feel slightly threatened that somebody messied up your dojo?
Oh, it's
They
not.
didn't respect the dojo.
They didn't take their shoes off.
They didn't take their shoes up before they stepped into my yard. Because there's like heroin needles in the back.
Exactly, it'll make you tougher.
It lets you kick harder.
Life is training.
All right, Randy, as you're walking past this mess to get to your ATV, I would like an integrity roll And your arena is mental.
Does Randy have integrity?
I do. I have a lot of integrity. And my specialty is oblivious. Does that come into play here?
I think that actually increases the difficulty a little bit. Give me it a diff 3.
Okay, it was integrity what?
Your arena is mental, so you get to choose your approach.
You can pick intellect, cunning, or resolve.
Which one makes the most sense? Well, I also don't know what I'm rolling for. Exactly.
I guess it's more how you solve the problem.
Well,
I guess resolve.
I'll let's do intelligence then.
Intelligence. I have 2 dots in that. Press the thing. Oh, wait.
You already had 2 successes, I think.
Yeah. Oh, 3 successes, actually.
Okay. So that means you do
Because
the
ones
thing.
don't detract.
As you walk past David from next door, as he's sprawled out on this broken table, your nose is filled with this milieu of scents. Leaking gasoline, which might be a problem, but more powerful than that,
Randy Sensei doesn't know what Milu means.
More powerful than the leaking gasoline. This guy smells like the stickiest icky. Just this pungent weed smell. And above that, something rather fragrant, like maybe like honey? Honey mixed with just a bouquet of flowers, this very floral scent. And something else too, maybe like you can't fucking place it. It's a little tangy, maybe like a pimento loaf or something, but
So Dave's out, right, man?
he is, from what you can tell, he is not moving, he is breathing.
You're gonna take his wallet, aren't you?
Oh, I'm absolutely taking his wallet. Well, I'm searching for whatever's making that smell. It might be in his wallet. I don't know.
Did you shit yourself?
All right, so Randy Sensei, are you trying to be surreptitious about this?
Not
That's a
really.
big-
You're
Yeah,
just
that's a
in
big
broad
deal.
daylight gonna rob this guy.
It's like, oh, he died. I need money.
He's not using it right now.
You know me for that gas he's been softening.
Yeah, and he owes me for my gas.
Okay.
And everyone in the neighborhood knows it. Everyone knows that he's taking gas from everyone.
So you go through this guy's pockets. You find, well, first you find his wallet, which is rather thick. Maybe he just got his unemployment check. And you find a baggie of weed. It's very pungent. You can smell it through the plastic. It's definitely some kind of kush. It has the coloration and the purple veins of a really high grade, powerful chronic, like a train wreck or something. But they're not purple. The veins and even some of the leaves are this rich, vibrant, brightly colored gold. And you can definitely tell that this is the smell of everything but the leaking gasoline. It smells fantastic, both if you're into weed and if you really like flowers and honey. It's amazing. And as you look down at David, he is like not here right now. He's got this huge dumb grin across his face, and he looks like he is just face to face with the divine, just on a whole nother level of some kind of karmic bliss you've never seen since the last time Skinnerd was in town.
Don't forget to take the fully punched Dunkin' Donuts card out of his wallet.
Well, of course.
Or does he need a row percentiles to get that, Chaz?
The fully punched Dunkin' Donuts card? Nah, he's got it.
Okay, I'll be taking that. The money. Does he have an unemployment check on him?
Well, he already cashed it.
Ah, damn it.
You're not
Well,
supposed
I
to
mean,
take the
good,
cash.
Yeah,
But-
you have the cash.
Alright.
And you find out his real name, David? You just call him David the whole time?
You do see that as you're sort of fishing for the Dunkin' Donuts card.
And a fucking gift card to Applebee's.
But there's like 2 cents on it.
Fucking Dave.
There is sort of what looks like this freshly folded up sheet of paper. It's just a little torn off scrap, folded, and there's a phone number on it.
8675309.
I've fallen for that trick one too many times. It's not a real number. Alright, well, I guess I'll pocket the number in case I need it for some research purposes. Also taking the bag,
It's in
put it
your
in my
inventory
fanny
now,
pack.
and
Alright.
You can't get rid of it because it's a quest-related item.
I can't drop it. I try and it just sticks to my hand.
Oh, he absolutely can. He absolutely can, and if he wants to do that, I will fucking roll with this. Because
It's already in my inventory, Charlie. It's a key item.
Cause Randy Sensei has limboed under the plot hook like twice, almost 3 times already. If he wants to go this direction, he can play it. I'm not the railroading type of story guide. I'm sorry. I will. There are other paths onto this highway to hell. You want to toss it right now? Fucking toss it. Light it up. Roll a blunt with it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Put in your ATV and go faster.
And that was the sound of what Adam thought was funny.
Yep.
All right.
Silence.
Khan Kapoor, George Kamizawa. Khan, you just jab. I didn't hear you, Josh. What's up? Are you muted, buddy?
Oh,
Can Josh hear us?
pretty sure you can.
Put your hand up if you can hear us.
SOS. Dear friend, where have you gone?
So, George is mid-flight.
Yep.
All right. Well, while we wait for Khan Kapoor to stop marveling at himself.
Gone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all on one
Oh,
screen.
God. We're
Can you guys
all
hear me?
George Comics.
Yay! We missed you, Josh.
Yo.
It was a lonely existence without you. Khan Kapoor, you've just thrown a very expensive piece of camera equipment like a lawn dart. You've taken out his rifle scope. In response,
Oh,
Me.
I guess he couldn't hear us.
in the mind of a George. What were you thinking?
So, I hate this, but if I know if I fix it, it'll fuck up everything else. So, George Kamizawa, while we are all inhabiting your little square,
We're all in his head. Whose anger?
I'll wait and see if I get a text or something. If his internet crapped out or something, then I'll fix the panels. He might have rebooted
Red,
Discord.
so I think I'm angry. Adam, you're
Randy Sensei never goes away.
you disgust.
Disgusting.
All right, so Adam, you are hurtling towards the New York pavement, and I'd like to point out that your Divine Father is watching you do this.
Yep.
Just
What?
like, oh man, I hope he gets out of this.
What do you
Is
Is
do?
it,
But
is it possible for me to use the recoil, like fire the gun mid-air? They have the recoil.
Use the recoil.
The
This isn't JoJo, Adam.
It's not. It's an anime though.
No, it's not.
It
We're
is
not
for
playing
me.
double cross.
I am.
That's double cross character.
That explains a lot if we can apply that to a lot of other games.
Doesn't work that way. I can't.
His
I can't.
character died in double cross. Yes. Yes, he did.
So I can't use the recoil of the gun to push me back toward the ladders.
Adam, it's a hunting rifle. It doesn't have huge amounts of recoil. It's not an elephant gun.
Yeah, but he's also in midair with nothing to hold him up.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
So
Yeah.
there's no resistance.
Are you honestly trying to tell me that tracks with science?
Maybe not a
It's
lot.
not
But...
terribly. Like I've shot some hunting rifles that had some pretty nasty kick.
You know what? You know what?
I mean, not to
It's-
the extent to that fucking 100 and what, like 40-pound, like it'll kick that hard because it's pushing against him now.
Yeah.
I'm a small Japanese person.
That's why I only went 140.
All right. You know what? It's Scion. I will allow you to do this with a difficulty 5 roll because I think bombastic, stupid shit is kind of part of the setting. So
Yeah.
you're gonna give me a firearms roll.
No.
You give me a firearms roll. Your arena is physical. Choose your approach.
And I mean, you know what would have made this easier? If you were an 80-pound Gothic Lolita with a 50 cal sight. Just saying.
Yeah, sorry, Yusuf. We're just we're waiting for Josh to come back if he comes back.
It's 8 again. Don't tell me now. I forgot my specialty. I get 2 more, but I still didn't do it. Not enough.
Not on this roll. No, you're
Yep.
raw dogging it.
Wow.
Well, I still fucked it.
You
Yeah,
got,
I
you
got
got no successes.
-1.
You got -1 success.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I got momentum.
But you got momentum.
I'm getting momentum real fast.
So you shoot and then you would
You broke
accidentally kill
terminal
somebody? Just like, oh, just fire this way. And then you just shatter a window and someone's just like, ugh!
I'm gaining momentum very fast going down.
You're also firing your gun in fucking New York.
Yeah.
You back, Josh?
I believe so.
Kick ass.
Yay.
Okay.
My apologies for probably ruining the layout,
That's fine.
but for
We
some
were
reason
all at it.
my internet and everything else started to fail. I don't know what happened.
Your
We-
organs too?
We are cursed, but somehow Onyx Path seems to like us, so I'm okay. You know what it is?
Dave's city brother just got shot.
Adam, what did you aim your gun at?
The building? Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Adam, are you firing a gun in New York City?
Going downhill? Yeah. You gotta,
Going downhill.
oh man, is it the fucking building that Xavier's in?
Motel.
Fucking shot his fucking hunt, his bounty.
Oh, just shoot it.
Oh,
And now that
shoot
kid's
Khan's
gonna-
friend. Just like, hey, but look at it this way, you'll get that long shot fucking medal.
All right, so George Kamizawa is currently plummeting. He took out a window with his sniper rifle, apparently to no avail.
But why?
Shockingly.
Khan would not be sure. George tried to knock himself back with the recoil of his gun in midair.
That sounds like a very Adam solution.
Well, either that or shoot the ground and they'll bounce back.
Yeah, no, hell no.
This isn't
Absolutely.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Guns don't work that way.
If it was a tank, it would. Just kidding. I need a cannon.
I do assume the rifle was suppressed since he was a military sniper. I just kind of give him that. Khan, what are you going to do? Do you just let this guy plummet, or...
I don't think there's much I could do. Well,
You throw the light.
There was some
You're the
person
flying
only-
Bollywood guy.
I mean, I couldn't save him, but do I recognize that it's George, who I believe I have some tangible connection to?
Well, yeah, because he summoned the flower petals.
I will
Oh.
say yes, you do recognize George. You've probably seen him around the set hanging around with Randy Sensei when he creeps on Amy Fa.
I'm just gonna kind of very angrily grab like another light box and do the same thing, but just be like, "You ruined my set!" as I throw it at him, and rather than trying to stab him, I'm gonna try to stab his clothing to pin it to the wall.
Macaroni. Yeah. Yeah. So those, yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
So about that momentum.
This is gonna be a difficulty 3.
Oh man, he's gonna fucking Mary Jane this? Or wait, no, the other.
Gwen Stacy.
Oh,
All right, check this out. This is going to be a difficulty 3 roll with a complication of 2. Now, the complication does not necessarily add to the difficulty. You don't have to spend successes to buy off the complication. However, if you don't, something bad happens. In this case, you spear at him.
Oh, but if I spear him, at least I still spear him to the wall, and he can be okay.
You're going to,
Yeah.
assuming you succeed on your 3 successes, you're going to save him. But whether or not he takes damage from that save we'll let the dice decide. And you can spend momentum for extra dice. Don't forget, as long as the band agrees.
Chaz,
what are we at, 3 now?
But Chaz, also like though you said like the damage I take, I can choose the damage, right? So like it's just one bruise damage from the fall. Is that true still?
No, you're probably gonna get obliterated by concrete, Adam.
But I can choose the damage, right? It's like it's just non-lethal damage. It's a lot of non-lethal damage.
How'd you do on the roll, Josh? Son of a bitch. We can't hear you. Can you hear us?
Man. Well, it looks like
Hold
Khan
up.
Kapoor is contemplating for too long and loses his
Hold
opportunity.
up fingers. Hold up fingers. 3 successes, 2 successes, 1 success.
I don't know if you can hear us.
Oh, he's got more than 10 successes?
What? Is he rolling in roll 20? Because oh, there he goes.
You
1
tell
success.
me? Ugh.
Adam, can you tell me what your knack actually does? Because
I don't remember what it does now.
Man, you should probably know what your knack does.
I think what it does is it actually can send divine servitors to help you in a time of need.
Yeah, that's why I chose them. Like, yep, it's gonna be the need
I'm gonna need help at some point.
Yeah.
It's a mechanical way to say God help me. I love it.
Yeah. Kama-sama. Arigato.
Daddy. I think Randy Sensei's less Goldberg and more Hulk
Goldberg?
Hogan.
Wait, what? Goldberg the wrestler?
Yeah,
Goldberg was bald.
I know. Less Goldberg, more Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, your thing's on mute too. Yeah.
I'm not muted on purpose.
There we go. There we go. We got you. We got you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So you got 1 success on the roll, right?
Yes, and well, I was gonna ask to spend a point of momentum, but I believe it's a little too late for that.
I mean, we would have given it to you.
I would have voted against. Until we build a wall.
Just to put me back up.
I will allow it. Usually you would have to declare this beforehand. However, you're going to need to spend at least 2 points and succeed twice just to spear Adam in the stomach.
Ooh.
Perhaps you take it.
Now, there's another way. I'm currently looking at his knack. Because he's got...
So I'd have to spend 2 momentum and get a success on both of them.
Okay, hang on. Scion's godly parent has eyes and ears everywhere, even if they don't visit their child. They're often ready to lend a hand to aid their child in need. During a scene where the Scion would be in danger, their parent sends reinforcements, usually resulting in either 2 mooks or 1 professional. See page XX.
Well,
These
they
allies
better show
leave-
up.
There's a trampoline on the bottom floor.
So, Khan, you huck another lighting fixture while the Sergio snaps madly. Wish! Smash! Aye! At once, there's a flutter of motion. A blur swipes across where George Kamizawa once was. And behind, only feathers, falling gracefully to the New York streets. What do you do, Khan Kapoor?
I'm gonna point to like one of the. I'm assuming somebody holding like those things to reflect the light and whatnot. I'm gonna be like, you there, go get Amy Fa and tell her that the situation's been taken care of.
And he looks around. Miss Fa has already left the set, sir.
Oh, she moved that fast, damn. She's fast.
Too fast.
Sanic phased.
As I kind of just wince and then kind of look at Sergio, I'm like, this is a solo photo shoot now.
Excuse me. I understand that you are a coffee-colored man-goddess crossover superstar. But Amy Fa is the future. Amy Fa is social media. Amy Fa is what is going to bring the younger demographic to buy Eau d'Or. And it is in my contract that we do not do this without Amy Fa. Unfortunately, Mr. Kapoor, I cannot complete this photo shoot without Amy Fa.
I would like to activate my path then.
Let's do it.
I am going to activate my origin path, Bollywood royalty. I'm going to get somebody on the phone. I'm assuming somebody, one of the contacts within my family, somebody who has the money and the contacts in order to get Amy Fa a call to give her an amount of money she's not going to be able to resist to come back to this photo shoot.
That is pretty fucking fantastic. So what I'm going to do is, I forget exact, I think the exact mechanical effect is that it adds, it's either an enhancement 2 or 2 dice to the roll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 dice to a roll, and you're going to make a persuasion social roll. And let's see how you do with that, being able to drum that that connection up in time. In addition, because you are activating your path, you get a bonus 2 dice off the bat.
So I get a total, so I get 2 dice to add to it.
Actually, you know what? Fuck what I said. Let's call it enhancement 2.
Okay, so just a flat +2?
Yeah.
Okay then, I get to roll 9 dice +2. With 0 successes.
Oh,
With 0 successes.
Man.
So, you phone your family's agent. And, you know, he doesn't pick up. You start calculating the time difference in your head. It's like, okay, I'll call mom. Call up your mom. Khan, how have you been? I've been so worried. Has Lord Shiva been looking out for you? Are you saying your prayers? You end up getting stuck for about half an hour on the phone. Yes, Mom. I'm okay, Mom. Everybody get a point of momentum.
No, Mom, I'm not looking to marry right now. Yes, I know about the neighbor's daughter. She's very pretty.
George Kamizawa.
Yes, Mom, I poop in the toilet.
You open your eyes. There's a taste of, well, not really a taste, but you are suddenly aware that your mouth is full of feathers as you spit them out. You look up, and there's this great imposing shadow standing over you. Backlit as he is by the sun, you can't make out more than a silhouette. It appears to be some sort of man. Long beard, long hair, great long nose, and a pair of wings upon his back.
Oh my God, Santa Claus!
He just sort of glares down at you. Anyaro! As he dives out the window and is gone.
He just called you a dumbass.
I call him a bastard, I believe, if my Japanese is up to snuff.
Anyaro.
James Wesley Irving.
Yes.
You knock.
After hearing a crash from the window from inside. Oh, X, you know what could have been funny? Fucking you walk outside the fucking motel and all of a sudden you just fucking Adam's character hits the floor, gets up and runs away.
George. Hey, George.
You knock on the door to the hotel room.
No one gets that.
And the door swings open. It is answered by a gentleman who looks like Mr. Clean has been hitting the weight training lately.
Ooh.
And he sort of looks you up and down with a scowl. Duh.
Oh, it's the Russian.
Damn, boy, what you been eating?
Who the fuck are you?
I'll look at it. Well, I ain't room service.
At this point, he's going to attempt to slam the door in your face. What are you going to do?
I will
Shoot him.
Put your gun in the way.
I'll put my big old boot right in the...
Do you have fucking spurs?
Yeah, duh.
For the
Why
motorcycle.
wouldn't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else does he make the motorcycle go faster?
Do you have the cuffed fucking?
do I have hooded stirrups on my motorcycle? Maybe.
I also like to imagine wearing one of the, I forget what they're called, the little thing with the two ties at the bottom.
The bolo ties?
Yeah, there we go, bolo tie.
Oh, I never trust anyone wearing a bolo tie.
You shouldn't. I wear them all the time.
Just a big Texas belt buckle.
No, I don't have a bolo tie, unfortunately. I'm wearing my work uniform. I don't want to get that dirty. He does have one.
It's for formal occasions only.
So you stick your boot in the door. The guy turns around and he is not pleased.
I'll say, come on. You know why I'm here. One of you been very bad.
You've been very naughty,
I catch bad men.
and I punish him.
Give him a good spanking.
Please, come inside.
Well,
Oh
then,
no!
I will walk inside. At
All
this
right.
point, I will switch next.
Okay, which one are you switching to?
Bloody-minded.
Okay, so that gives you the extra health levels.
Yeah.
As you step inside, you hear the door slam, the lock click. Ivan! Vlad! We have visitor. As two gentlemen exit the bathroom, covered in spatters of blood, armed with what seems to be brass knuckles and mallets.
Now look, you're Ivan, you're Vlad. So that means this is either Igor or Sergey. Which one is it?
Dimitri.
Damn it.
Alright, X, so here's what I'm going to have you do.
Oh.
Why don't you give me an initiative roll as soon as I figure out what that is?
I also don't know what it is.
I know how to do it in They Came. In They Came, it's like the lowest of 2. This one doesn't care. Okay. So your initiative pool is the character's best combat-related skill plus cunning.
Fantastic. Wait, is it like a roll or is it just a flat number?
You're gonna roll, I believe.
Man, we'll make fun if we all just ate shit here and died.
Speak for yourself.
I got 1 success.
All right, now what I'm gonna have everybody else do, you guys are gonna be my mooks.
Oh boy.
So looking up antagonist because searching PDFs is fun. Page XX. What I would like everyone besides Xavier to do is roll an initiative pool. Oh, wait, I don't think NPCs roll. I think they're static.
Yeah,
Glenn wants to know if this book is out, if it's still at Kickstarter.
You can. It's not out yet technically, but you can get it if you go. Just search for Scion Kickstarter. You can pre-order it on the backer kit, and you'll get the PDFs immediately, either Origin or Hero, whichever one you want. We have both. They don't charge you immediately when you order on backer kit. That's the only issue. So if that's an issue to you, you might want to wait for it to be out on drive-thru because we still haven't gotten charged for Hero yet. Onyx Path gave us Origin. I bought Hero. Yeah, I understand, Glenn.
Arigato.
How many successes did you get, X?
Just 1.
Just 1. Ooh. Okay, it is the initiative pool. So everybody's going to roll 2 dice.
1 success.
2.
Adam, how'd you do?
You scroll up. There he goes. Got 1.
1? Okay, I do think PCs beat SGCs because renaming your NPCs is the new cool thing to do. So, Tom, you got 2?
I got 2.
All right, you get to be Sergey.
I am Sergey.
And Sergey has 5 dice with which to hit things.
And Sergey will hit things with 5 dice.
So, you are going to attempt to take just a barehanded swing at James Wesley Irving.
Now, what's my defense do?
It's kind of like V5, where it takes away from his successes, and it's also your soak. So you're going to roll your defense pool against this attack. Tom, go ahead and roll 5 dice.
I got 1 success.
Xavier, roll your defense pool.
I got at least 1.
So,
2.
Scion is not technically part of World of Darkness. It is its own thing. It exists in a world where all of our mythology and stories that we've told as a culture actually exist. They've happened, they're actual history. The gods are among us, and they kind of have to take a back seat, but their scions are the ones that intervene and protect the world on their behalf.
I like to think that we can just put Scion on World of Darkness and make it World of Darkness +1, but then the power scaling gets fucking like shit on.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, Xavier actually has been running a Scion First Edition game where he runs it in the World of Darkness, so there's nothing stopping you from saying it is, but canonically, no, it is its own.
I mean, I don't really use a whole lot of the high level shit because it's not necessary. but I will totally use like the lore and their beliefs and their hierarchies.
So what do you use as your defense pool? What's your highest resistance trait?
5.
5. Well, I mean,
Stamina.
what stamina? Okay.
No uses. The kids aren't all right.
So literally, what happens is Sergey, big meaty fist into the back of your head. Your head slumps down. Your hat falls off. You catch it.
You son of a bitch.
And James
It
is
always
up next.
falls off in every fucking fight. Get used to it.
James, it's your turn on initiative.
I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
You're shooting Sergey?
Yep. You don't punch a man's hat.
I didn't punch heads. I punch head, and head fell off due to centrifugal force.
Shooting him in the head.
Back home, I am physicist.
All right. So okay. So I'm gonna use attribute skill, right, to shoot him, and then the specialty gives me.
The specialties are very weird. My understanding is that the specialty, your knowledge of a specialty gives you a bonus when you use that knowledge with another pool. And I think it also does something when you activate your path. I'm going to have to look it up on my own time, and I'll get back to you on that. But for right now, it's not going to help the actual roll itself. It's a little weird, and I'll probably include that to Dixie on the email.
Okay. And then. Okay, well, this is gonna hurt. Allegedly. Die too. And
You gotta remember though, we're rolling.
Oh, wait, so I only need one success, right?
You need to beat his defense pool.
Now,
Sergey.
how does that work if the difficulty is reduced by 1?
Hang on. Randy or Tom, roll Sergey's defense pool of 1 die.
1 die.
They're called mooks for a reason.
I got no successes.
Okay. How does it work if the difficulty is reduced by 1? Well, you automatically hit. And then...
yeah, because shooting in close quarters
Okay.
has difficulty reduced by 1 for me.
Now, normally what would happen is you would roll the attack, you would accrue your successes, and then you would spend them to do different things like critical damage, disarm, knockdown, conditions. Sergey has 1 health box.
Okay.
You basically point your gun at him and turn his head into roof pizza.
Oh man, have you guys seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
What?
No, I have heard of it though.
It's the new Coen Brothers Western Vignier movies on Netflix. The opening character just shoots people in the head left and right. Imagine that's what you're about to do.
Basically, because I got 4 successes. Yeah,
All right.
there.
Josh, you
Oh,
get
boy.
to be Ivan. You are armed with a set of brass knuckles. You are slightly moist from the blood from the guy you were beating up in the bathtub a little while ago. And I will allow you to decide what Ivan wants to do. So the guy that just shot your compatriot, your comrade, is technically between you and the door. You can either rush him, try to escape, jump out the window, bar yourself in the bathroom. What do you want to do?
Chaz, the moment you said they were Russian, I knew what I was going to do before we got to this point. If I was beating somebody up in the bathroom, that means I come flying out of the bathroom doing the Russian slap fighting. That's what I come at him doing, and I'm going to hit him with Russian slap fighting.
All right, you got 5 dice to slap fight him.
If I knock you out, this is hilarious.
James Wesley Irving, your defense pool, please.
2 successes.
Alright.
Regrettably, that 10 did not lead to another success. And Glenn also wants to know if he should get first edition or second.
Only 1 success.
Okay, so I do have a few points with how the rules are laid out for second edition. That's what I was talking with Dixie about. However, the rules for second edition are vastly improved over first edition. First edition, First edition doesn't have a defense pool. It has what's called a defense rating, which is like a standard armor class, and the rule sucks. It sucks. It blows. I hate it. Because you have a static defense value, and then you have a static soak pool. So the way it ends up working, is that either your monster needs a tremendous amount of successes to lay 1 damage on the player, or vice versa, the player needs a tremendous amount of successes to lay any damage on the monster. It can make combat very swingy. It can make combat take forever. And it's very unbalancing. Now, there's ways to mitigate defense value and stuff, but you kind of gotta cheat. You either gotta ambush them or mob them with tons of guys. So I actually do not like first edition. I don't. I'm sorry. The defense values, the standard soak, it's not good. I'm sorry. To be honest with you, I would completely skip first edition and get second.
I liked it just fine.
I had issues, but hey, you know what? Xavier's played it more often than I have. Me personally, I think second edition is leaps and bounds better.
It's quicker.
So did you defend against my epic Russian slap fighting, Xavier?
Not. I only got 1 success.
Oh boy, what do I get to roll?
So for your 2 successes, so here's what happens. You're immediately going to do 1 damage, and you have 1 success to spend on conditions. Son of a
And you
bitch.
slap his hat off.
You son of a bitch.
Disarm is one of the conditions you can... Okay, so...
I want the funniest one.
Okay, well, is this a close combat attack or a grapple?
Close combat. I'm just kind of going up to him and slapping him. I slap his face and...
Has brass knuckles. Slaps.
I'm slapping with brass knuckles.
How do you think you beat up that guy in the bathroom?
No, stop it. It's too embarrassing to be beaten like this.
Okay, so with your extra success, you've got a couple options. You can spend that extra success on a blinded condition as you're like face slapping him a little bit, which will increase difficulty of 1 on all shoot and thrown attacks on the next action. You can feint, which every success you spend on feint will give you or your ally an enhancement on their next attack. And you can try and shove him, but the door is closed and locked. You can maybe shove him out the window if you want. That's all you can buy for 1 success.
Oh, thank you, Ash Knight.
Golden Slam! We love you, Golden Slam. Thank you for subscribing. You are amazing. And welcome.
Come on and slam.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the blindness. I'm like, you cannot shoot what you cannot see.
Alright, so you have +1 difficulty on your next attack. Adam?
And now it's at regular difficulty.
Yeah, basically. Adam, you have in your hands a tiny rubber hardware store mallet. Good to see you here, Golden Slam. Thanks for coming. We always appreciate you. What do you think Vlad is gonna do?
Throw the hammer. Throw the hammer at him.
Fucking that scene from Sherlock Holmes.
You're trying to throw the hammer with the handle side to be stuck between the what's called the. Well, actually, just try to jam it between the trigger finger, so you can't pull the trigger as easily.
Adam, that's not how that works. The trigger, it's a revolver. That means if the hammer's pulled back.
You know what? Yeah. Stop my trigger finger, please.
I guess, just
You can't use gun.
We're just trying to knock it out of his hand. Yeah.
So you're going for a disarm.
Yeah.
Disarm is a little bit difficult. So the way it works is you got to do really well, and then you have to success is equal to the opponent's combat skill.
Equal to the opponent's combat skill?
Yeah. So basically, you can disarm him if you get all 5 successes on your roll. And
Okay.
he has to get 0 successes on his defense. So give it a roll.
Adam, I highly recommend throwing the hammer.
Well, no. He gets to do both. He gets to make a ranged attack with the hammer, still do damage, and knock it out of his hand. Speaking of which, I have to give James Wesley Irving a condition. So, what level of damage would you like to take from the epic Russian slap fighting?
I'll take the bruised.
You're gonna take a bruised level? Okay.
You got bruised by a man slapping you.
With brass knuckles.
Okay, it seems a
Quick,
little
throw the
silly.
hammer so it knocks his hat off.
It seems a little silly to give you bruised ribs, but I will reskin this, and I will give you.
Has a deep cut.
I will give you distracted. Distracted will give you -1 on defense, and you can remove the condition by killing Ivan.
I have black belt in Russian slap fighting.
So your defense pool is going to be 4 for this attack.
I am a 4th Dan.
Danny Beaky?
What's my
5.
5? Okay.
I got 1 success.
It would have been funnier, Adam, if you did the Russian
Ooh,
slap
Adam,
fighting towards
you got
him too.
exploding. You got 4.
Before,
You
yeah.
2 more.
All right, 4 successes.
Well, you can still roll the exploding 10.
No, the macro does it automatically.
Not on this one.
Yeah.
What?
We're on the other one? Yeah, we're on the wrong one. It seems here.
Why are you on the wrong one?
Because
I mean, I didn't get an invite to the other one.
It was in our special
Text
channel on the
channel.
Discord.
Ah, nobody told me that.
Oh, you guys... I swear I said that. I apologize if I didn't, but I swear I did. Oh, so you guys are on the World of Darkness table. That explains why I can't see you. Okay.
yeah.
Ash Knight, Dan is kind of the more formal way of knowing how far you are in a martial art, at least Eastern martial art.
Yeah, if you're Dan Hibiki Dan, then you're
You're the lowest Dan.
How'd you do, Adam?
I'm back.
You only got the 4? Yeah.
4 successes. Okay, so this is going to reduce to 3 because of Xavier's 1 success. So Xavier's going to take another injury level and and you have 2 other successes to spend. You've also thrown your hammer.
And knocked his hat off.
It would have been funny if you came at him, Adam, with the slap fighting and then in the middle of it throwing the hammer. Just
Wait,
like
what is that?
distraction.
You fell for it, you fool.
Pink.
Unfortunately, you don't really have enough successes for any of the combat stunt for range attacks. I suppose you could empty the clip. You don't have
Knock
enough.
the bullets out.
You don't have enough to disarm him. You don't have enough to knock him down. You can't pin him because you have no other ranged attack. What you can do instead is apply an enhancement or a complication, either to the next attack against him or the next attack against you.
Against me here.
Okay, so you're going to apply a complication. Okay, we'll say you are...
He's covered by the man slap fighting.
Well, that's the distraction.
I'll work on it. We'll say the hammer landed at James's feet, and if he does not properly focus, he could slip on it and lose his aim, or I don't know, something bad will happen. Anyway, we're okay. So what injury level would you like to take?
I'll take another bruise.
Another bruised? Okay. This time you're taking black eye. So just like Adam, +1 difficulty to firearms.
You're getting slapped and then a hammer hits you in the eye.
Please do write down black eye for this one, because this one can't be healed just by killing Ivan.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. James, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot Ivan.
Okay, you're gonna blow Ivan right in the face. So
Yeah.
you're currently at you have the what did I say? The slappy. You have the slappy blinded condition. So you're at +2 difficulty, which is right now a +1, mitigated by your super special gun.
Mm-hmm. I got 5 successes.
5 successes. So as he is trying to slap at you, you just kind of thrust the gun through his face, pull the trigger, kablow, he's gone.
I like to imagine that, like, as my hands are slapping up and down, it goes past one hand as it comes down, and then past the other as the other one comes up, just and right to the head in slow motion.
Oh no! I'll look at the last one. I'll say, "All right, bud. I'm gonna do the same to you.
Ooh.
Unless you give me a reason not to."
What are you gonna do, Vlad?
You gonna try to scare him?
You're gonna try and scare him?
Rush him, huh?
Oh, you're gonna like tackle his ass.
Yeah.
Do it.
Aha! The hammer's still there.
Gun cotter.
You have to run out of bullets eventually.
Gun kata is such a dumb martial art.
But it looks so cool.
It does.
Adam, I just wanted to let you know.
Wait, you said that while doing fucking Russian slap fighting?
Oh, I knew it was dumb.
I only got 1 success.
I got 2.
2. Okay. So
He got 1.
yeah. What can you actually do? You can inflict damage and knock him prone if you like.
Yes.
Okay. So, what injury level would you like to take?
I'll take my last bruised.
Your last bruised. Okay. So, as he sort of like bowls you over, your foot gets caught and you twist your ankle a little bit. Your movement speed is reduced.
Ah, bastard!
Until you can heal your twisted ankle.
All
Which
right.
you can do by
Once you kill him.
Yeah, just heal him.
Well, So, can I shoot him and not kill him?
I
The
mean,
leg?
theoretically, yes, but wouldn't it just be easier to pistol whip his ass?
I mean, it would be, but I'm gonna shoot him. I want to shoot him in the kneecap.
Not right in the junk.
No, I'm
This
not a
fight's
monster.
already gotten silly.
I will allow it, but because he only has like 1 health box, I will say that you probably have very little time before he would lose consciousness. What are you wanting him to do?
I mean, I want to have a taped confession of the things they did here.
Okay. Alright, that's completely reasonable. So you still have your black eye. You're right now at difficulty 0 to shoot at point blank. This guy is on top of you, so with the prone that he gave you, what did that do? It's kind of nice just having this on my phone.
Ash and I will not be answering that question.
You just need a triple monitor setup, Chess.
No, I technically have this, my tablet, and this, so I have 3 monitors technically. A prone user takes -1 penalty to their defense against characters in clash range with them, so right up on their nuts, and +2 bonus to their defense against attacks at any other range. So it's actually easier to shoot him like this. So you're back down to a difficulty 0. Actually,
successes.
how'd you do?
3.
3. You shoot him in the kneecap. He screams in pain and passes out from shock.
Static shock.
What happens now?
Wait, so when do I get the confession?
When he wakes up.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, I'll shoot another.
Shoot him in the foot.
Alrighty then.
I'll tell you what. Would you like?
No, I'm gonna grab his ass and grab his ass down to the office.
But what?
You're getting a
Okay.
referral.
So you're just hauling this guy down to the office. Guy's still sitting there on his phone.
Sergio
He heard
Leone's playing in the
gunshots.
background.
Yeah, he heard gunshots. He's just like, his blood's on your hands. Goes.
So
Alright.
yeah, you barge in. This guy looks a little scared. He heard gunshots. This dude is screaming, clutching his bleeding knee.
And you fucking blow his brains out in front of the kid.
You're next.
Remember, this is on your head.
I
Alright,
gave
young
you a
man.
choice.
I told you.
Wait, what? What? Huh?
You had some unsavory characters doing some unsavory things.
What were they
Stop
doing?
What were they doing?
You don't want to know, but you're going to need to have somebody clean up all the blood. Not all of it's from me.
I mostly just got a black eye from a man slapping me and another threw a hammer.
Why don't you give me a social persuasion roll?
Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. Shit, I have no idea what to do right now.
Well, tell me where you saw the man in the photo. That's all I wanted.
He checked in like 2 days ago.
Where?
Here.
Room.
I don't know off the top of my head. And he'll start like just panicking, clack, clackety clack. Room 18. Room 18, around that way. Take a left.
Thank you.
So thank you, partner, and then shoot him in the kneecap. That's for making things difficult.
I had to kill people because of you.
Now then,
I got my hat hit off.
don't. My hat got shot. I can't get rid of the bullet holes. No. I don't really know what to do with this fella. Can you watch him till the police arrive?
Should I call an ambulance?
If you want. I mean, if you don't want to have the trouble, I could end him.
I'll call an ambulance.
All right, your choice. By the way, I never got your name. What was it?
Gary.
Here?
Name's
Do
Gary.
you see his name tag and he's obviously lying to you?
His name's like Oscar.
David.
Well, Gary, it was nice meeting you, and maybe we do business sometime.
Yeah. I'm gonna call an ambulance now.
You do that, and I'll walk out.
Do you do like the wide Texas walkout?
Yeah.
Now you're an ambulance?
All right. It is currently 12:04. I can go a little bit longer if you guys want. It's up to you.
I'm fine. I can keep going.
Adam,
Like half an hour or a little bit? Yeah.
Okay.
Tom.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah.
In that case, we go back to Randy Sensei. Randy Sensei. So as you
What have you been doing?
as you climb
He's
aboard
riding his ATV right now.
as you climb aboard your ATV, what is your initial purpose?
Well, I was gonna go try to make some money, but I seem to have stumbled across a small fortune.
$50.
Small fortune, by which I mean a fully loaded Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
That is very true. I'm gonna go get some donuts.
All right. Randy,
I don't know where the closest Dunkin' Donuts is, but I'm sure if I just ride long enough, I'll find it.
Tom, I want to say that this is my favorite character you've ever made, and I say that because this character makes me a better game master. It absolutely makes me a better game master.
You're welcome.
You go on your way to Dunkin' Donuts to enjoy yourself a fresh dozen. While you begin driving, Khan, you're finally able to get off the phone with your mother. You don't even fucking remember why you called home in the first place. It's always a bad idea. George Kamizawa is apparently absconded somewhere in the building. What would the two of you like to do?
What would I like to do?
Ash, the joke is Randy Sensei's a bit poor and an idiot.
Oh, well, he's saying Dunkin' Donuts is expensive in the UK. Here it's pretty cheap. There's a whole SNL skit about how cheap it is.
I don't know, man. It's like 99 cents a donut, which granted is not a lot, but like they're like 60 cents at Walmart. When you buy a few donuts, it adds up a little bit.
I was gonna say, well, it's like what, $9.99 for a dozen though. Anyways, what am I gonna do?
These grape drink mixes taste like swill. Anyway, go ahead.
I need to find some way to get a hold of Amy Fa. I'm gonna basically point and tell people who has Amy Fa's information here.
Like they all have their Twitter.
We'll say that her agent is probably present for this. And it's probably not terribly difficult to find. Every really good social media professional, even us, has some kind of contact information. So for business inquiries, contact, email, you shoot off a quick email, and some lady's phone 3 feet away rings.
I'm gonna point at her agent and be like, "You there? You need to get her come back. The situation has been taken care of. This is good for her career. It's good for mine. It needs to happen."
I'd love to get her to come back, and you can see she's on the phone right now. She won't listen to me.
Tell her I literally threw a light fixture through the man. And I will throw as many as I have to get this to happen.
All right, social persuasion. Let's do it.
Oh boy. And I forgot to add my enhancement bonus last time. I get a +2 to the roll due to my aura of greatness.
Well, your enhancement bonus only applies if you actually succeed on. You need a natural success on the roll. Bless you.
Salute.
So
Which I had one of last time. I technically would have succeeded, but I will not try to renege on my failure to remember my own character sheet. So what did you say?
Terribly
Persuasion
sorry.
What?
Bless you. Persuasion social.
I will pick presents once again, and so I get to roll 9 dice. So that is 4 successes total.
4 successes. And so from the phone, like, encourages you, wait, really? He threw a light fixture through the guy? Was it gross?
I'm going to ask for the phone at some point and tell her personally.
And she'll hand it back because she stands to make a shitload of money off this too.
I'm like, Miss Fa, I understand there has been some situation with the riffraff. I grabbed a light fixture and I threw it straight through his rifle and it hit his eye, and after that he fell off the side of the building. Can we please hurry this up? Your time is precious. My time is precious. Let's get this over with.
Glenn Couch, are we talking about first or second edition? Second edition has the Yoruba, which I believe is the African pantheon. I don't want to say
First
for
edition had
the Loa.
At
Loa.
First edition had the Loa, but I don't know if that's quite an African pantheon because it's more like a voodoo pantheon. Maybe
it's like the Caribbean kind of pantheon.
Yeah, like a Haitian kind of thing. But
the Yoruba is in there in second edition.
That's another reason to go with second edition. In second edition, you have 10 pantheons in the core book. First edition only had 6. And in my opinion, stuff like the Manitou and the Tuatha De Danann, I think they help the world feel a lot less like generic fantasy and more like, ooh.
Tuatha were in first edition.
They were, but not in the core.
I mean, yeah, but...
Also, second edition has pretty easy options for you to add members of a pantheon if they're not there to create one.
True. That's how we got Medjin.
Yay.
That was also in first edition. Did you guys just not play it?
We played it together. You were there. No.
Yeah. I've made like 3 pantheons in like 15 minutes.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I tell Amy Fa.
Wait. I mean, to tell you, it's not like I don't want to do it, right? It's just I kind of don't feel safe. I mean, there's a guy that comes to every photo shoot with a sniper rifle. How would you feel? I mean, how do you feel? He literally came to your photo shoot with a sniper rifle. I mean...
Yes, and I threw him over the side of a building. Where I come from, you have no idea how rabid the fans get in Bollywood.
You gotta put it
If you
down.
want to be successful, things are only going to get crazier from here. Now, you tell me right now, Miss Fa, you want to be successful, don't you?
You want to be a star, don't you?
Well,
That's what he's essentially saying.
I guess, you know, I guess I would only be screwing myself out of all my hard work if I didn't come back and get my face on a Times Square billboard.
Yeah,
Exactly.
One question, though.
Every time somebody pointed a gun at
What question would you like to ask?
How is Sergio going to take pictures professionally without his lighting equipment?
I say, Sergio,
Yes!
a real photographer doesn't need all these light fixtures I just threw over the side of a building, do they?
tears streaming down his eyes.
Why, I think Sergio's good enough he could do this with his iPhone if he wanted to.
You know, he can do it with his Android.
The flip phone.
Is that a challenge, Mr. Kapoor?
Well, it's either that or a statement of fact.
I do so love a challenge. Yes! Yes, Mr. Kapoor! Let us do this. Let us show Times Square once and for all. Who is the best? Who does not live on limitations? You, the limitations of physics, Miss Amy Fa, the limitations of her mortality, and me, the limitations of my equipment. I, the perfect artiste, and you, the perfect canvas, Mr. Kapoor.
You know you have to make an antithesis for this guy, right?
An antithesis? Is that just
Somebody
like a
just completely depressed and dour.
But he's also equally good.
Take your position, Mr. Kapoor, and tell Wardrobe to expect Miss Fa. This fucker is happening, and he pulls out a Kodak from his jacket pocket.
I was being facetious, but okay. About the cell phone bit.
George, what are you gonna do?
Or would I wake up at or where am I at?
From the best you can reckon of your position, you are in the same. You're in the same building that Amy Fa and Khan Kapoor were in.
Jesus, Burbank.
No, his antithesis is Burbank.
That's somebody who thinks they're really good, but is completely inept.
But everyone just goes along with it anyways.
I mean, if this was a crossover with World of Darkness, he'd be the Prince of New York right now.
And that's why this bot invaded.
We did it. We saved the city.
I'm gonna go up the steps and just see how far I can go.
Okay.
You try to go to the roof? Yeah.
Go back
Go
to
back
the
to the
roof.
roof. Adam, I will throw another light fixture.
Well, hang on. Let's. It's not the worst idea. He does
I
have
know.
to join with the band. So, the Sergio is very enthusiastically kind of experimenting with angles while everybody waits for Amy to get back. Turns out that old vintage Kodak that he probably can't even get developed anymore, not the best. He threw that away. He's trying an old fucking antique Polaroid, not doing so well. Pulls out his cell phone.
Flip phone.
The rooftop access swings open, and you see George Kamizawa ascend the top steps. What happens?
Oh, do I see him?
I'm quite fond of our extended universe, but thank you. Yes, you absolutely see George Kamizawa. You are
I'm just gonna
for a
kinda-
rare moment not the focus of attention as the Sergio is rotating through his various backup equipment that he keeps as an auteur.
I will just kind of lean over and yell, "How many things do I have to throw at you?"
You missed.
You see Sergio start panicking a little bit.
Like, you see,
Just make the
God.
jump.
Just jump over.
I'm about.
I'm like,
I'd like
God,
to jump.
God.
I'd like to jump from one rooftop to another to where he is.
Well, he's on the same
Oh,
rooftop as you.
Oh, I'm kicking him over now.
Like, Con.
Bottom.
I was trying to protect our lovely. Wait, what was her name again? I forgot.
Miss Spot.
A lovely. Oh fuck, what was her name?
That's
He's my
basically
favorite.
how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
When will you learn? Your decisions have consequences.
I was trying to keep her out of the grips of Randy. No, he is. He's always watching from the shadows. At least for me, you know I'm watching always.
That is. Wow.
What?
Adam gave the creepiest love confession I've heard since my junior year in high school.
No, Con looks down at him and briefly does consider just kind of Jamie Lannistering him and throwing him over the edge.
Long
I like to imagine more of a Jazz from no, this is Peppy. Jazz
Sounds like-
from fucking that show with Will Smith.
Oh, that one. That was my
Freddie Prinze
favorite.
Bel Air.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm like, then do me a favor and watch everything around her, but not her, and just keep out of sights until this photo shoot is done.
That'll be hard to do.
Understood, my Roy. Like a shadow.
Like a shadow, I will be.
at this point, the rooftop access swings open once more.
As I shove him down out of sight.
Amy steps onto the rooftop. How about a physical subterfuge roll
Oh boy.
For me or who?
from Josh?
Physical subterfuge. Oh boy, that's no bueno. I have a lot of acting. I didn't take subterfuge.
Do you have like a stealth or anything?
No, I took my specialty as persuasion acting. I'm assuming that doesn't apply here.
No.
But I did get one success.
I'll allow it. So you're able to push him around the corner fast enough when Amy steps up. So-
Like, stay out of sight. I just take like 100 out of my wallet and I'm just like, go buy an ice cream or something.
With 100? Oh my god, you should get like
It's rubles though.
4 Ben and Jerry's.
So
They're half off.
yeah, what happened to that guy? You speared him? Is he still hanging there? Did they get his body yet?
I'm like, he fell over the side of the building. I don't know what happened afterwards.
Adam,
But it,
your love, your greatest desire, the first girl for your harem. She's right there. Is the price of money enough?
How fast
No.
is your heart beating?
It's going
Doki.
doki doki.
Yeah, Doki
You
Doki.
do it. Ha! Shut your mouth.
Doki Doki Stalker Club.
but I think he's like too nervous to move though. He's like, oh my god, she's right there, like 20 feet away.
I can smell her.
20,
Oh my
15, 30 meters downwind.
Just completely creepy. Just she's 30 meters downwind.
I can smell her sweat. Adam, you're weird.
What do you do, Adam?
I'm just gonna stop
Take-
with the shadows for now. Yeah.
Give me a composure integrity.
That's not wrong, Glenn. He's acting very Greek.
Very godlike. Where's he?
PC culture does not affect the gods. And no, it does not. If you've read any mythology,
We're above such things.
I think the Scion rulebook does say you should pick whether the gods act like they do in mythology in regards to that kind of stuff.
I think we should. We should let them do that. They're gods, right? What are they gonna do? Who's gonna stop them?
I still like to imagine Midget doesn't actually communicate or like speak, but communicates through just little.
I got you.
2.
Yes.
He has little Mr. Potato Head things for his eyebrows.
You are able to sit in the shadows, lonely, wistfully, watching your
Around.
dear beloved Amy Fa pose.
In the arms of another man.
Yeah, pose and fawn
Oh man, you're getting cooked right now.
over the beautiful
So
Khan
you
Kapoor.
ready?
Because you're just like, damn, I didn't know I was into NTR.
Nani?
So aroused. Why?
James Wesley Irving. You arrive at door 18.
Knock, knock.
You knock. There is no answer.
Shoot the lock.
Well, first I'm gonna reload.
I like the epic music that's playing as you're about to open this door.
Would you like me to switch to my epic playlist?
Well, this is a pretty good song. It just seems like you're about to go up against something climactic when you're probably just go open the door and find a guy with a heroin needle in his arm.
Alright, I'll knock
Climactic.
once more, very firmly.
There's no answer. The shades are drawn.
Alright, yeah, I'm shooting the lock.
Okay, kerplow! Lock, the doorknob basically shatters. The door
That's actually not
swings
what
in.
happens.
It is with this gun.
He's got a really good gun.
Mm.
Oh, you don't hear the background music? It might be a bit faint. I
I
usually...
You don't want it to overwhelm our voices.
Yeah, exactly. I usually tend to... I'll turn it up a wee bit. I do have background audio or desktop audio turned down, so it's not as loud for them as it is for us. All music courtesy of Kevin MacLeod. So the door begins to swing open,
What the fuck was that?
and instantly, the room smells of old food, unwashed musk.
Musk.
Clearly, somebody has not been taking very good care of themselves or their surroundings in the area.
And then you come across George Kamizawa.
Are the lights on?
As the door opens, there's a very faint golden light in the darkness that seems to be streaming out of the bedroom.
Alright. I'll go.
Alright, as you move towards the bedroom. Pretty good fucking call, Josh, honestly. You do see Podok laying there. A syringe, a needle in his arm, what little liquid is left, seems to be radiating this beautiful golden light as it plays upon the shadowed walls and through the doorway. And he seems to be like seizuring just a little bit, little bits of foam appearing at the corner of his mouth, but his face, abject happiness.
No.
Well, it's a good thing that guy called the ambulance.
Oh yeah. Just like, here, this guy's overdosing. What about that guy?
It's non-fatal. I made sure.
Okay, now you need. Now you don't need to worry. All right.
And then when everybody freaks out, like, don't worry, I'm from Texas. My firearm rights actually carry over from one state to the next.
Yeah, I will just take the damn needle out of his arm.
Can't that cause an embolism?
Taking a needle out?
Whatever, you're a fucking Scion, you're a hero, whatever. You are able to deftly slide the needle out of the vein without causing any appreciable damage or explosions of the vein.
I mean, that vein's probably already pretty damaged if it's seen regular heroin use.
Yeah.
Fair point.
But little did we know it was actually an insulin, man, but he just missed his stomach.
It was actually an insulin shot,
Yeah.
and he just kind of like fell asleep.
You're like, don't worry, I'll save you as you.
Yeah,
Dude's fucking seizing up and can't tell you.
It was an EpiPen. Oh no, I'm glad I stopped you from using all this dangerous substance.
And you fucking flush it.
What do you do?
yes, I will,
Life saved.
what is a seizure? What is the seizure, protocol?
What is the seizure procedure?
The seizure procedure?
I think one of the things is to make sure they don't fall over on their face and make sure they don't hit anything.
Yeah.
And he put them on their side so they'll throw up in them. Like, they
I'm
don't
gonna drag him out so you can get some air.
Okay.
And then wait for the amber lamps, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's not really much you can do if you're not a medical professional, other than wait for it to pass.
Do you have any medical dots?
I don't.
We're all four of us sons of the gods of war and battle and destruction. I don't
He's
think
gonna
we're
bet-
medicine people.
You just put a bad hit over his arm. You're
Well,
like,
doesn't Randy have medicine?
Wait, do I? Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I had that trailer park fucking medicine.
2 parts Mountain Dew.
All right, so
Just some fucking Mountain Dew and Alka-Seltzer, man. Fixes everything.
so you pick him up. You're able to take him outside, try and cool him down a little bit because he does seem very warm, and he is seizing up. Like it's bad, but he looks so happy, so content, so unbelievably blissful.
I will keep some of that stuff he was injecting.
Just put it in your pocket and it stabs you.
Oh, I seen it.
I will say, if you care to search him, or hell, even as you're dragging him out, a little baggie of 3 extra rocks that all subtly glow with the golden luminescence will fall to the ground.
Damn kids and their new drugs.
I remember back in my day when people were just getting high on opium.
yeah.
How old am I?
Back when the THC content of marijuana was significantly less.
Back in my day, we just went to opium dens. He's not that. He's just that. All right, I guess wait for the medical professionals and the ambulance.
All right, the ambulance arrives. As they are loading, well, I guess the ambulance wouldn't be loading up the dead bodies. They're probably loading up the guy with the shot knee. A couple EMTs run over. They'll start like pulling off some clothes to like calm him down. Did you see what he was taking?
Some kind of weird glowing rocks.
Chloe, what? Like heroin?
Yeah.
You could give him the needle and hold on to the rocks.
Careful though. Apparently that stuff's real good.
And even as they're like working on him, giving him CPR, whatever the fuck EMTs do for an overdose, I don't know. Yeah, he's having the time of his fucking life, apparently. Like, he's not responding to anything.
Just repeated nutting every time he's touched.
Continuous orgasm.
Like, you can see that he's conscious, and something is still there as his eyes are looking, darting around. But he is just so unbelievably happy right now.
There was uranium the whole time.
Well,
Just shooting straight uranium into his fucking veins. That's a fucking crazy motherfucker. That's how I want to die.
Just so irradiated that the EMTs can't touch you.
I'll give it
Like, I'm Spider-Man.
that one of his friends is looking for him. Oh, okay. I'll give them his Khan's contact information.
Cons?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does James know he's a Scion yet?
Does James know? No.
Okay. So if James doesn't know, that means nobody else probably knows.
No. He knows he's a werewolf.
Oh, he does? Okay.
He doesn't know he's a Scion.
He
just thinks it's like he thinks it's like he's like very diluted, so he doesn't wolf out completely.
Does he know he's a good boy?
He's the best.
Do you just sit down on the curb now that you found and just take a dog treat out of like one of your denim jacket pockets? But damn.
Would you do it for a Scooby?
Just like I was a good boy today.
I did good. I earned this.
But I picture you like you do like a tobacco, like you smoking it, like you're just chewing on it like this.
I like to imagine it's like a Scooby snack that he just kind of tucks under his lip like it's dip.
Are those fucking Scooby snacks?
You shut up and mind your business, boy.
I know what I'm about. And I guess I ride off into the sunset.
Well, so you're done? You're leaving?
Well, yeah.
Like
You're
you're running
running
these
under.
people.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll ride with the
Ambulance.
dude.
Okay.
The one with the kneecap blown off. You're gonna tell him what a bad boy you've been.
I hope you know they don't give Scooby snacks in jail.
So, Khan, as the photo
Yes.
shoot wraps up, you receive a phone call from the hospital. And that is where we will leave it off for tonight.
Okay.
So, XP. XP is a little different in Story Path. It's based on the story. Go fucking figure. So, everybody attended the game. That's one right off the bat.
Oh, like double cross. Yay.
James Wesley Irving
Mhm.
was able to give someone their comeuppance. I'll count that. He achieved his short-term goal. Khan completed the photo shoot, which means he'll get his face in the billboard. He achieved his short-term goal.
Yay.
Randy Sensei was able to steal enough money from Dave next door to pay off his ATV.
Yay!
That's his short-term goal. But Adam was not able to find the first girl for his harem.
Adam, you son of a bitch.
I tried.
Well, I found her. I just didn't.
So here's how this works.
I just
here's
didn't
how
find
this-
her.
Here's how this works. Everybody who achieves their short-term goal gets one bonus XP. If the entire group achieves their short-term goal in the same session, you all get an additional bonus XP. So technically, you guys all had a quest to get Adam laid, and you failed. So if Adam managed to get his harem girl, everybody would have gotten an extra XP. Right now, you're all at... well, Adam gets 1, everybody gets 2. I will say you completed a major story milestone. It started. So I'll give you... Adam gets 2, everybody gets 3 to give you a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
Players spend half the momentum pool in a single scene. Nobody spent any momentum. You're all at 3. Characters reach a story milestone. Did that. Characters complete a group story. That has not happened. So
we were so close.
I think only 2 of us were near each other.
well, the group story just started. That's like
okay.
it's like the end of a World of Darkness thing where you refresh your willpower. It's like that.
Okay.
So, who gets the bonus XP this session?
3D girl.
Who gets the bonus XP?
Chat, vote.
I'll
Who
give
deserves
it to,
extra XP?
I'll give it to James Wesley Irving.
Why?
He seems like he went out and did stuff.
You see that to Randy?
I'm gonna give it to Randy Sensei for not giving a fuck.
Like
and
I said,
still accomplishing his goal.
you limboed under my plot hook almost 3 fucking times. I was like, well, shit. I kind of had to add a background hope for James Wesley on that one. But like I said, I fully believe Randy Sensei will make me a better game master, and you can't ask for any better than that.
I will vote for James Wesley Irving because I believe he's been killing innocent folk. And he doesn't know why.
Ooh, a vote for Randy Sensei for getting revenge on Dave next door.
Yeah.
Completely passive.
Fuck you, Dave.
Adam, where's your vote going?
You know what, James, yeah.
James for what?
For, kicking ass, Kicking Russians, yeah.
Okay.
Kicking ass.
So, while we wait to see if anybody else from the chat would like to vote. Hey, Golden Slam, doesn't matter how long you've been here. We hope you enjoyed yourself. You're still entitled to a vote. So whoever you liked the most in the short time that you have been here, for whatever reason.
Yeah, you can like anybody for any reason. Just be like, I enjoyed Josh's beard tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have anything to do with the character. Just here's an XP for you. Good job, fucker.
Or just, you know
I
what?
do put an amount of effort into it.
Mine is from Adam because he didn't suck a dick this session.
You can't lose XP. I'm already at -2.
Negative XP from Adam.
When Randy Sensei looked at the ID in the wallet, he said, "Shit, his name's Gabe. That's why he hates me."
Oh shit, Dave's on the other side.
Who the hell did I rob? All right, so while we are waiting for anyone else in chat to cast their vote, a vote for Khan. Because hurling people off roofs for a photo shoot is commitment.
Thank you.
While we wait for the rest of the chat to cast a vote, there is a mechanic in Story Path called Tweaks, which you're allowed to do at the end of every session.
I'm pretty sure that's what the fucking guy on that Xavier fucking just arrested was doing.
Tweaks?
Tweaking.
So, tweaks are small, cost-free changes that help a player customize her character to fit the story and her style of play. Players cannot, at character creation, fully anticipate how their characters will work together or the types of problems they will need to solve. Tweaks help counter this lack of prescience. Players may tweak their character sheets in the following ways after each session. Shift 1 dot from one attribute to another attribute, or from one skill to another skill. Swap out an existing knack for a new knack, or write a new short-term deed, which 3 of you will have to do anyway.
I think I should shift 1 dot of intellect to resolve.
Wait, what are things we can do?
You can shift a dot from one attribute to another attribute, or from one skill to another skill. You can
I'd
swap
like to
out. Sorry,
Go ahead.
You can swap out a knack for a different knack, or you can write a new short-term deed, which 3 of you need to do anyway.
I'm gonna move 1 dot from integrity to subterfuge.
Make it happen.
Can I put my health on the momentum?
What?
I get my.
Oh, Adam gets a vote from Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn.
Okay,
And Glenn
so
wants to know if the
Glenn, the Kickstarter is not currently running. It is it's over. However, there should be towards the top. It'll say like pre-order or something. That's how you get to the backer kit. And backer kit is where you're actually gonna get the books from. Scion Origin is the core book. You need Origin to play. Hero is an optional advancement, and it will like superpower the characters, but you don't necessarily need it. The bare minimum you need to play is Origin. All right, and that's a vote for George.
my new short-term goal is gonna be to get Padak back home.
To India?
Yes.
All right, let me write this down with my writing utensil of writing.
Because back home, his family can probably get him into one of those cushy 5-star rehabs.
You mean those ones that are just basically a hotel
Yeah.
Hey,
that actually
3%
isn't a rehab?
3% of them work.
James, do you know what your short-term deed is going to be yet?
Probably not yet. I'll figure it out by next time.
Okay. I mean, it helps if I know ahead of time, so that way I don't have to fully improvise it in the session. But you know what? Even if I do, let's do it. Fuck yeah! I'm aiming to be the best, like no one ever was.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of super rich people in India.
Yeah, next time you do Iron GM, you're just like, all right, guys, we can do Scion. What? Scion? I know. So this one made.
Randy, do you have a new short-term deed that you would like to apply?
Probably he wants to try to figure out how much he can possibly get for that bag. Or smoke it himself. One or the other.
Wait, so how much XP do we get total?
You gotta
3.
get 3, yeah.
3? Okay.
I get -2.
We almost got 4.
Yeah.
Florida man.
Yeah, that's what I made the joke, yes.
Xavier gets 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xavier won the vote tonight, so Xavier gets 4. Josh and Tom get 3. Adam gets 2.
Yeah.
I know Adam brought up the joke, but if you want to know the background behind Randy Sensei, we were doing Tom was trying to show me how to make custom characters in Soul Calibur 6. And then we started jokingly making this character, and then everybody, as they arrived, started adding background to this ridiculous man called Randy Sensei.
And that's the character you see.
I don't know how that came about. Like exactly what the impetus that started it all.
Because we were trying to decide what to put on him. And we were trying to say, well, what kind of man is he and what would he be wearing?
No, I mean like what started it. The very beginning.
I don't know.
Sorry, what's going on?
It just started with Josh and I because, everyone else was late.
Adam, will you be keeping your current short-term goal, or would you like to swap it for a different one?
Keep it, yeah.
All right, you're going
Lots
for the
of
hero.
gold.
He's on the prowl.
It technically didn't have to be Amy Fa. We could have just gotten him with any woman who would have stuck around with him.
I mean, fuck yeah, I would have let him, like, hit up a chick at the ice cream parlor. I didn't give a fuck.
Adam, I gave you an out.
Yeah.
You have $100 to spend on that girl. That would have been the best tip she ever got. She would have gone out with you for a day.
Most people probably shouldn't go out with that line of thinking, though.
I
I mean, you
said for
should,
the day.
but if it works,
All right,
Him.
Glenn, this is a really cool system. Like I said, first edition. I didn't like first edition. I found first edition like a little stale, a little dull. I mean, well, rules wise it was, but I mean, I'm talking about the world. It didn't really discuss the setting too much, and just with the six pantheon we had, you know, the Greek pantheon, the Norse pantheon, I guess to a lesser extent the Japanese pantheon. Yeah, we've seen it before. It just kind of seemed like a generic urban fantasy. But with the way they have it set up here, with the way they explain the world, and it's a world where all of these things exist, and there's no fucking masquerade, at least as far as I can tell. Like, it's very
Oh,
rare.
you could have asked, what's her name? Dixie?
I could have. Well, that's part of what I'm going to email her and see what she says. But this is a world where these myths from all of these different cultures, they all interact and they influence people in their normal everyday lives. And maybe I'm just in the right place creatively for that, because lately I have been going more towards mythology and history for my writing rather than ripping off Tolkien again. But I'm super excited, and I see this as like an amazing playground of creativity. So I am all about this setting. I am super excited for it. I think you're going to like it a lot.
Xavier, what's your opinion as a longtime runner of Scion First Edition?
I mean, this one's definitely quicker and it's better for larger groups, which is more than two. But that's just kind of World of Darkness in general.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Glenn, I think the Yoruba is what you're looking for. They're in second edition. They're in the appendix of Origin, because Origin doesn't deal too much with the gods. They do. Hachiman was there, but he wasn't omnipresent.
There's not really a detailed description of the gods. It's just kind of like, here are the gods. Here's what their purpose would be.
There is in Hero.
It's quick and dirty. There
is in Hero. It's they give them the full page spreads like they had in first edition in Hero. But because in Hero, that's when you're actually meeting and talking to these motherfuckers. Right now in Origin, they're kind of in the background.
Yeah, we're Hercules in the Disney Hercules before he meets Danny DeVito.
No, okay. Technically, the Daitengu that just saved George would have been Danny DeVito. In that, you're Hercules before the statue started talking to him at the temple.
Oh, the skinny little punk.
Yeah,
so we're Hercules in the fucking the fucking school life show.
Yeah.
Oh man, when are we gonna kill our family?
I was gonna say, Chaz, now that you said that Tengu was Danny DeVito, when it comes back, you gotta use Danny DeVito's voice.
Aniaro!
I'm the trash man.
All Tengu sound like Danny DeVito in our setting now.
Yeah.
I love Batman Returns.
If you misbehave, we're gonna play Nightcrawler.
Oh no.
All right, I had a great time tonight. How about you guys?
Me too. I enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I should ask a question now.
Is this going to be a common thing or just showing things off? I think it's going to be pretty common.
Depends on how much you guys like it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That is
too.
absolutely true.
And it's like, so if you guys really want to see more of Scion, and I think we all enjoyed playing Scion.
Smash that like button.
Subscribe.
Smash that, pound that like.
Pound it. Just keep pounding it. It's so good.
A little of both there, Glenn Couch, to tell you the truth. They have They have what's called purviews, which are their spheres of domain. But again, in at the origin level, it's not such a big deal. So I can I have the freedom to decide that Hachiman just has a Daitengu hanging around, ready to save George when he goes plummeting.
I forgot.
Russian slam like the button.
What?
No. I forgot the aggravated damage.
What
That
now?
that doesn't exist. Like, he needs to get it removed.
Who?
Where I don't.
That dude I shot?
Who?
That dude I shot in the kneecap?
Oh yeah. That's right. He basically needs to be healed by magic. He's fucked. You crippled that guy for life.
Like, welcome to
he's
Scion.
gonna be an antagonist in the second arc.
We found out he's a scion of another fucking god.
The Slavic
Scion.
gods?
Oh man, fucking. I can't remember that one's name.
I've seen a few mythology and fiction videos about the Slavic gods, but I don't know a whole lot off the top of my head.
Yeah!
Well, we
Eat this pierogi.
don't know a lot about Slavic gods in general, mostly because they didn't have any way to write before the
Christians.
or any script before the Christians actually moved on. They got their writing from the Christians, and you know how that do.
Glenn, you are 100% correct. This is the game that inspired Scion of Aphrodite from the RPG Imaginarium.
Oh.
Yep.
They were playing
Awesome.
first edition.
Don't play the game that way.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not ones to tell people how to play pretend.
No,
Except
that's
if
true.
you play like that.
But
I will tell you, don't play like that. That's creepy. That's creepy,
Make
and you can't talk to people like that.
make sure everyone in your group knows what you're
About.
If you want to play the game like that, might I suggest playing something else, like Fatal. Crippled the guy for life, eats doggy treat.
I do like the idea that just dip to him. Milk bone.
You have it in the skull little container as well.
The bacon treats.
Let
No,
me get
that's for
bacon
when
strip long cut pouches.
That's
right.
for when you complete a fucking when you go a whole week of doing good boy points.
You have those long spiral bones that you just kind of put in your mouth like a cigar.
Light it up.
You're Scruff McGruff.
Golden Slam, one of the episodes of the RPG Imaginarium is called Scion of Aphrodite. It is about the first edition of this game. We are playing second edition currently.
Yeah, it's about somebody who plays a Scion of Aphrodite in that game and makes everybody else in the group extremely uncomfortable with their sexual antics.
Ooh.
I'm gonna head out. I gotta wake up today.
All right.
Farewell, Adam.
Wait, before you leave, before you fuck up my nice stuff, you wonderful people in the chat, thank you so much for being with us. I can't tell you how much we appreciate having you here, especially as little guys. You guys being here all the time means a lot, and I know we have a couple fans like Russell who can't always show up. Golden Slam, I know you were busy with the move. No problem, we still love you, but thank you for being here all the time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Real quick, if you're only watching us on Twitch or if you're only listening on SoundCloud, check out our YouTube channel. You're only getting half caffeinated. We still have stuff like the how not tos that don't appear in any of those. If you're watching on Twitch, please follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Follow social media for extra stuff. We post porn in our Discord sometimes. It's a good time. Special thank you to...
It's art!
Special thank you to Madam Dixie Cochran for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
We definitely have to invite the people from Onyx Path for a game. Oh,
Just
that'd
like
be fantastic.
if you want to run a story with them, and we'll just sit out for one.
We don't want to embarrass you.
Honest to God, I don't know if I would know how to do that. I don't know if I can run a game for normal people anymore. I'm so used to having to overcompensate for the crazy resistance that I...
Yay!
You guys finished the session already. You finished the one
It's
shot.
like, wait, you guys are just gonna Open the door? Yeah. Oh, okay.
The door's
You're
locked.
not gonna try to blow it up.
Wait,
Or
you don't
set
understand.
fire?
I had 3 backup plot hooks. I don't know what to do with half the session now.
There was actually nothing behind the door. It wasn't loaded.
Right.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. We are super grateful and fortunate for every single one of you. I still don't have a sign on.
Goodbye.
Stay caffeinated.